Nicole likes to boast. Aunt Jordan likes to roast. Sir Charles keeps it crisp. She cues the butter to the toast. Now it's time to keep it real. Competition not close. One stop for debating reality shows and this kids be the mo. I'll be damn. I'll be damn. I'll be damn. Podcast going ham. I'll be damn.
Welcome back, guys, to I'll Be Damn. I'll let the cats go ahead and introduce themselves.
Sir Charles.
Meet Nicole.
We got some special guests on here.
Mary. Lady G.
Oh.
Where the hell did that
Said
come from?
Lady
She
G.
get on camera and switch the game.
I'll show multiple times. Raven done got to your ass.
No, I'm Lady G.
Yeah, she got the role, so I'm gonna be Lady
rewatch
G.
Oh, you said it last time, too?
Yeah, she
She
did.
ain't say
She
that shit.
been
Lady G.
quiet.
did. Every time.
Lady G.
I'm gonna need you to be Lady G when we get home.
No, I'm trying.
No. Who are you today?
You acting totally different.
We're gonna talk about your boy Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
You've been waiting to get in this, man, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and just jump.
Oh
to the top.
yeah, I was just waiting for it to happen, bro. Because that nigga was a freaking
Fraud.
fraud, bro. And
100%.
everybody, I ain't gonna say all women, because from what I learned, women on this show right now say, no, that nigga was not the nigga for me. Like, I wasn't listening to him, but a lot of females were feeding into that. And I'm like, you are crazy to think that this dude who's getting the type of celebrity that he's getting from his videos, that he's not out here fucking random bitches.
What's the story? Like, what is
So
what happened?
basically, he was cheating on his wife, and the girl that he was cheating on her with exposed him.
One
And-
girl?
Huh?
One girl?
It was one girl.
It was more than.
It was more than one, but one girl started it.
Okay.
Yeah, this Me Too shit. So as soon as it happens, another girl gonna come out. Me Too. You know. But she exposed him, and first he tried to claim that he was. He said the dumbest thing. He had a sexual relationship with her without having sex.
What? Wait.
And I said, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life.
What was he
Sexual
implying?
relationship.
He obviously you can have a sexual relationship without having sex.
Like-
And I sat there and said, housewife.
Right. What was he implying though?
Huh?
Like phone sex or like
Head.
just
Sex is-
pictures?
sex is-
Whoa,
sex,
whoa, whoa,
but-
wait a minute, pause. Did you say head?
I'm sorry, yes.
Head is oral sex. That's it. It's just oral sex.
I'm just guessing. I
Yeah,
didn't
what was
hear
he
this part of the
implying?
Oh,
story.
okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I was about to look.
Oh no, you either fucking or it's oral sex. That's it.
Sex is say oral sex.
Is there anything else
Penetration
other
sex.
sex that I don't know about? Besides them two?
I guess what he's talking about.
Right.
Well, he couldn't explain it. He just said we had a sexual relationship without having sex.
Yeah, we're very confused.
Does that
Okay.
doesn't sound? But anyway,
Right.
moving on. So then he made another video confessing that he had sex with the girl while his wife was there with that ugly ass bonnet,
No.
looking trash as hell. And I said, first of all, bro,
Why you bring her on here like
why did you bring her on here? And first, why did you have her looking like that?
But have you looked at her Instagram?
I haven't.
It's terrible.
It
Hold up,
is.
so
She
that what
dresses
she
like a
looking like on
man. Yeah,
Instagram?
like she's
And then she came
not.
out with a video a little bit later talking about, you see a bonnet, I see my war hat,
Right.
you see my camouflage, I see my bulletproof vest. Whatever she was, I said,
Wow.
oh, she trying to get clapped like a mug right now.
Hey, but she at this point she got to.
But bro, you just look dumb. Like, dude just
It was
cheated
too late
on
for
you,
that.
and he's using you, like to I guess regain whatever viewers he has.
Right.
Cause he knows he's going downhill. So
Yeah,
he's like, hey,
it's-
if I
it's
bring my
pretty
wife
much
on
over.
here and she's cool with it,
Yeah.
everybody else should be cool with it. But it's like, nah, bro.
I got a question for the ladies though. Why do women, I'm not saying you guys, but women in general, get advice from people that have no credibility on relationships?
Because it sounds good sometimes.
Can I just say something?
Yeah,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
I'm just gonna keep it real simple. They tell them it's a Dallas song too. I tell them what they want to hear just so I can fuck them.
I mean,
It's just that clear cut and simple.
It's-
Derek Jackson was telling females what they wanted to hear,
So they can gravitate towards
so they can
Mhm.
gravitate
Yeah.
towards him. He gains viewers, he gets money, and he gets to fuck bitches. It's the American
and
way.
it goes to the what we were talking about before that where women just do not, in general, think logical.
No.
Like
He's talking to a very vulnerable population also though. Like single women are really looking for answers.
But you have like, okay, let's for example with Steve Harvey.
The nigga has been divorced quadruple
3 times, has had no successful relationships before when the book came out, but y'all gravitated toward it. Was women out here 90-day rule and having cobwebs all on they shit, and niggas keep moving.
And asking the
Ain't no
dumbest
man
questions.
waiting 90 days to have sex with you when you just open and have it right. I'm gonna just tease you with it, but we ain't gonna do that. No, like it was just the dumbest things ever. And then you always come to find that these people who's giving all this advice, these gurus, are lying. They frauds.
I don't think they're lying.
So what if it's that it was an experience that they've had, they're telling these books that they're trying to give to other people. So say,
Like what?
I mean, like, just because they had a bad relationship back then don't mean that they couldn't change and write a book to kind of say what had worked for them.
Okay.
So they can-
Obviously, nothing ain't working for that nigga because he done been divorced 3 times.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm
So
gonna
but he's married. I mean,
he told you in the book the wrong shit to start. Think like a man.
No.
I'm just saying, people can change.
No, I mean,
And
women
that
are
movie,
women for
that
a
movie
reason,
is
and men
not
are men.
realistic.
Like,
now, niggas' reactions in it was, but
Just because the person giving the advice isn't following what they're saying does not mean that the advice is not valid.
hold on. So was advice valid? Steve Harvey was giving y'all.
I mean, I think his general.
what was his
His
general?
general-
What did you get
general-
from it?
I
Explain
thought-
what was his general concept?
I mean,
to what
I
he's
thought
telling
he
y'all?
Don't
was
sleep with
trying to
everybody.
put- Well, that, but then 2, set your boundaries. Know your worth. Set your boundaries. Don't let, just because a man wants to have sex with you, that
Value
you
yourself.
have to do it. Like, you know what
I
I'm saying?
agree
Like,
to
now
a certain
putting a
extent.
time frame on it. 90 days.
I think that's
a
different for
little-
everybody.
No,
I think
that's
that's a
where
little
he was.
bit
That's
crazy.
where he was doing.
Because it is different for everybody. Like, I could make you wait longer if I feel that you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna.
Oh, you
say-
could, but I'm getting somewhere else.
And that's fine. Then it means you
But
ain't
it
for
should-
me.
I mean, I
But-
am, but
But
not
you know,
just
but
not
I'm
right now.
But I'm just saying. So, but it doesn't. I don't. But see, my thing is, you can't put a time on it because if I fuck you in 5 days, you gonna have some type of way. But if it makes you wait 90 days, you gonna feel some type of way. So there.
Or
should
if you give it
never-
on the first night.
Yeah,
They
there should
said
never
before.
be a time frame.
So
So,
you
yes,
never
I
do-
think he was
Right.
wrong for that.
Yeah.
But in
Yes.
general, I think I felt that he was just trying to say, value yourself. Don't know your worth before you try to give it all to a man.
So why he kept dating worthless women?
I don't know why he started. I mean, I don't know why he wasn't taking his own damn advice. I mean, that's.
Well, it's easier to give advice and
It's
follow it
different when you're a
sometimes.
celebrity, bro, because celebrities are not good at choosing their partners anyway. Like, come on.
But the things
They,
that he
they,
was
they
talking
choose
about
what
in the
looks
book.
good, not
and
what's
see,
cool.
they have a different level of temptation too.
But the things that he was talking about in the book is that you remember on the movie they were reading off different parts of the book and trying to do those things. That shit is false. You would be single as
for
hell.
the rest of your
I don't
life.
even like.
trying
I
to
ain't
do-
gonna lie. I ain't read the whole book.
It-
I didn't either.
It's false.
No.
What it
I mean,
does,
it was better to watch the movie just to get
Yeah,
a
to get-
quick, read.
It's a bunch
Like,
of stuff that sounds good that twinkles the ear. Like
It's
it's
not
like
realistic.
it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? It's like a movie.
and it sells. That's what he said. He came with the book first, and then came out with the movie second to give you a visual of what he was talking about, and it sells the movie plus the book, money in his pocket. So, but regardless of the fact is that I get what you're saying as far as the value yourself. Of course, I definitely agree with that, 110%. The problem is that when a lot of women hear that, they go overboard with
It's
it.
literally they think as
Like,
literally like
nigga,
okay, I got you step one,
they
got
go
step
from
two, step
they go
two.
from here to being on a fucking pedestal, and then when you on that pedestal, it's like we ain't trying to deal. Well, not no real man ain't trying to deal with no female on the pedestal. Simps, yes. Real man, no. So that was the problem. You took the advice. A lot of women took the advice and went way overboard.
They ran with it.
They ran with it and took it way too far,
Yeah.
which made dating super hard for men because women just had this attitude like, nigga, I'm the shit. I'm the best thing that ever happened to any man. Don't matter what man, any man. Like,
And the thing
Bring
is,
that down, son.
it was the book, the advice, all that stuff. The problem, I think, a lot of that is we take advice from people that have quote unquote value, because we're taking advice from someone that do not know us, don't know our situation. When you have a successful friend or that's right next to you to have a good relationship, but you don't take advice from how they got to where they are, and they actually know you. They can give you some advice about yourself, but you'll give anybody who comes out with a book or quotes that has any type of value.
And you heard him
I mean,
pumping
not
it. You heard him
necessarily.
pumping his
People
book.
So
run with it.
when I read a book like that, I can weed through a lot of the bullshit. I'll take what I want to take from it, but not everything. So, I mean, it really just depends on the person. And then you have people that like to give advice based on their relationship that wouldn't be relevant.
That's why he gives general relationship like that, like it goes like that for every damn situation. And
Right.
that's not. That's false. You know, and then your boy.
I guess the question he's asking is why listen to somebody that doesn't have any type of credibility when it comes to the professional standpoint from. I mean, he could talk on his personal experiences, but from a professional standpoint.
Because a lot of people getting on here like
he's
that.
giving professional advice.
Right. Well,
A
think
lot of
about
people
it.
are taking
When you go to a therapist, whether they're a family specialist, a relationship specialist, you don't know their background. You don't know what they've been through, but you are taking their advice.
I don't believe in a therapist.
Yes, he does.
I don't believe in therapists.
Well, that's you. Most people do.
And that's why most people in these fucked up situations. Because they
No.
take advice. Shit.
Not at
Half
all.
of the world is fucked up.
But not from talking to therapists or
From getting
seeking
advice
advice.
from people that do not have credibility to give them advice.
Well, so okay, Derek Jackson has a book also.
He does, in which he was
This is-
promoting every video that he
could
did. Trying to,
possibly
Right. But the point is, what they're doing is marketing. It's all based on who can I get money off of, and single women as a group are a
Are
group
vulnerable.
that is dying to be exploited. Not that we want to be exploited, but if you're looking at this from a marketing, perspective, and you're a man, who can I talk to? Single women. Single women want to be advised. They want to hear from somebody who's confident, who seems like they have all their stuff together. Whether that's true or not, if you present yourself that way, you stand to make quite a lot of money by exploiting this very, very vulnerable group who is looking for
but
exactly
it's not.
what
But it's
you're
not
saying.
just single women that he was. It's not just the single women.
No, it's
it's
not
the
just single
it's the single women that were in that niggas ain't shit.
Not
Single women.
necessarily.
That's why I feel like the audience he was targeting, because women that get out of these messed up relationships are pissed off at their dude, want to hear nothing but praises about them and how you are an empowering woman. You should not
You
let no
don't
man
need
take
a
it.
man
And
type shit.
exactly.
Yeah.
So when they hear Derek Jackson speaking, they like, yeah, I'm that bitch.
When y'all
You're
gonna
so
start
right.
being smart? And I didn't mean that being disrespectful. I'm just being real, because women in general, when are you gonna start using common sense instead of emotion with everything?
Because
We're
the 9 times out of
emotional
10, y'all's
creatures,
phrases, y'all's favorite phrase to say is
I feel.
I feel. We say I think, because that's what we do. We think with the
Part of
brain
it is
God gave us.
semantics, though. You're splitting hairs when you say I think versus I feel. Like, we're taught that it's emotionally intelligent to say I feel
this
because it
way.
takes the onus off of the other person. We're not pressuring you. We're just letting you know this is how I feel. It's not blaming you for anything. It's not saying that you did wrong necessarily. It's just saying this is how I feel. You can take that statement and understand us a little bit better and run with
Yeah, I
it.
think that's a pussy way of thinking.
Well, that's what we have.
We're going to add that right there. Where's your buttons right now? Can you go hit that real quick? Because that was a... Thank you. Because that just threw me all the way up. She was really, saying something, and I think that's a pussy way of feeling right now. God damn.
You can feel that way. You're entitled to feel however
Right.
you would like about
Why?
it. That's-
Why do you feel? Why do you feel that
All right,
way?
Kevin.
Because
We just talked about this nigga. He said, I don't like the way he approaches. I don't like how disrespectful he is to women. Yeah, that's just a pussy way.
but hold on, I'm gonna show you the difference though. I'm not talking about the woman in general. I'm talking about the thought process. See the difference? He talking about the women. I'm talking about the thought process. The thought process, and because you gotta think, what happens to most women that think like that? Broken hearts, hurt, all the time, and they always singing the same song over and over. Why can't I? Why can't I? Because a woman all the time are always thinking with their emotions instead of their brain. Like, learn how to think with your mind and not your heart. all
Because
the
just
time.
because you feel that way doesn't necessarily mean that's how the freaking world works.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's why we say
and you
think.
get used and exploited.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's okay. But I want to get, like, men all the time, more than women understand, they give free game. Women hear and don't listen.
And then my problem is with women, why do y'all go to each other for advice on men? Y'all
That's
need to have
single.
exactly. Y'all need to
Oh,
have.
my God.
I feel like every woman, even though I feel like it's
Take me
impossible
out
for
that
men and women to be
category.
friends, but I'm just saying y'all need to have a man in y'all corner. So you be like, hey, this nigga doing. I will tell you what this
Why?
nigga's
You got a
doing.
question?
Why do y'all go to other women as a woman? Like the nigga was cheating, and you go talk to the girl that he was cheating on you with.
I have different people.
Man.
Like I'd say I have
Okay,
a
I've
panel.
never
Man.
done
Like
that.
y'all having a
I've
whole
never
Illuminati
done
type
that.
meeting.
They,
No.
Okay.
I don't wanna
they
talk
be
to her.
friending the chick.
Yeah.
No,
Girl, we
not
gonna get
always.
his ass. He fucking your nigga. Like what?
Okay, I can't say that I've ever been friends with any of them.
Yeah.
Y'all be friending for that time being.
I've never even reached out to any of them.
Hello,
Man,
Barbara.
Because no, see, in that sense, it's
Hello, Barbara.
because
This is Shirley.
it's because no, in that sense, it's because the man is alive. If y'all two are not sitting there, they will fucking. Babe, I don't know who that was. I didn't talk to her. Nah, I don't know who she is.
She messing with
so
singers.
if yeah, we gonna be nice.
Yeah.
You gonna see both of us, and you can't get out of that lie.
I
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah,
That's
question?
why.
Camaraderie.
That's why. But to be friends with you after it, no.
No.
I
You
used
did-
I used
To
you
get
for a
the-
purpose,
And it's a very different
and
dynamic.
now that I'm
Right.
just using you,
If she knew you were in a relationship, that changes the entire dynamic.
They always
They
know.
always know.
and
Side
No,
chicks
I'm not
know.
talking to her. We have nothing.
Main
to
chicks
discuss.
don't know.
No,
Side
side
chicks
chicks
know.
how about we could be friends and then I fuck you up later?
Yeah.
Alright, girl. That's like a. I was wondering when somebody was gonna use the best other than me.
Yeah, and shut. Alrighty there.
No, if you knowingly fucked my man,
Whoa.
then we have nothing
She
to
hit.
talk about.
First time I heard you curse,
Nothing.
you.
God,
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing to discuss.
I knew she wasn't as sweet as she. I knew it. I knew
That
it. It took a subject to get her to really come out.
Boy.
You fucked my man. We have nothing to talk about. I knew it. I knew he was
Yeah,
gonna come out.
you-
Welcome.
That was
Welcome.
something personal right there. When you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
fuck my man. Whoa. Rewind. She had a flashback moment. I knew he did it. I knew that. Oh my
But
God.
but what I'm
No, I
saying,
don't
y'all
think
need to have
so.
a man just to come to when it comes to dealing with your man.
You
Because
mean
like,
as a single person?
no, they do.
Or
Because,
as a,
bro,
no, because here's the thing
That's a
is,
side nigga.
yeah,
no. Okay, first of all, y'all misinterpret what I'm saying. No.
so we can have a
No.
Right, no. You can go to a man.
Damn, I hate that. I hate that. You say one goddamn thing, and everybody just flip shit. Don't let you explain
You
shit.
said you
Nothing.
need a man to go
Go get
to
a man
when your
on
man is
the
fucking
side.
up.
Okay,
That's
all right. Can I tell my story?
Hold on,
Can I
hold
tell
on.
my story?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
Can
tell
I
it real.
talk?
I'm gonna let you real quick, but I'm just tell you. You said niggas always jump and just say something. You said find a nigga.
No, what I said it again. I just didn't say it that way. So can I rephrase it? Can I just
Go
start
ahead.
over?
Go ahead.
Okay. Instead, okay, when you.
That nigga promoting side niggas over here.
Do you want me to say it for you?
No. Let him say it. I want to hear
You
this.
gonna have another shot, I guarantee it.
Your Honor, can I have a quick recess? Okay. So what I'm saying is that when you find out your dude doing whatever, all this type of bullshit, you single. Okay?
Oh, so you,
Bro, can y'all stop laughing and take me serious right now? Damn, everybody shaking their head and shit.
Go ahead.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Bro, stop going. What I'm saying is stop going to females and asking them about niggas because they don't know shit about niggas. It's best to talk to a dude about niggas. A nigga that's not trying to fuck you, and he will give you the real shit.
Okay, so what I
You ain't trying to fuck.
I got you. Okay, so like I was saying
I'm not taking
earlier,
it. I'm not. That is not a hell no moment. I know.
Yeah, that was. The first part,
Yeah,
yeah.
first one.
Then you gotta find
Find
somebody
a
to get
nigga,
it.
yeah.
Where-
Okay.
That's the
So-
only reason why.
Hold on, I'm just trying to say mine.
Do you think? Do you think?
So, I have in the past had basically a panel that I talk to. That might be a married couple, so I'm getting a couple's advice,
Okay.
a father figure, and then there might be some girlfriends on there too. But I'm getting different people's answers who might have been in the same situation or can give a different perspective.
Okay.
So talking to a male, not a single male that a father figure or someone you look up
Cousin,
to.
a friend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brother, I mean, someone.
That was very,
Somebody that's not a damn woman, because they don't know shit.
Yeah.
Women-
I now see where you was trying to go,
Oh.
but the women ain't no shit. They finna get on your ass. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I know all the fucking bug spray fingers finna come out and shit.
Uh-huh,
and
she
fuck
ready
with
over
this
there.
shit. Yeah. Babe, calm down.
She in the background talking about,
Babe,
the heels
So
are
it's ready.
babe,
You better
babe,
rephrase that real quick
babe.
because
Remember before pre-show when you didn't back me up? Okay, this is
Yeah.
payback.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We'll talk about this when we get home. Can I just say?
Domestic violence part 2. You'll be on the next one. How did y'all feel about when he actually came out and told that he was cheating?
Okay, pause. You just asked us how we felt. Why didn't you ask us what we thought?
Because that is a feeling. Because
Man, don't think that y'all got an aha with that shit. Oh, I thought we weren't supposed to feel.
Right.
Don't start
Exactly. That's what you told us
Don't
earlier.
start. Don't think that y'all just got an aha
Right.
moment
We
with
can't
that.
think. Yeah.
No, when it comes to
now you went
now y'all want to
overboard.
go.
Like weekend, y'all
really trying to win right now.
Hold up, ladies. This is where
We're supposed to
hear,
hear.
but we're not.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, honey. That's why you married. God damn it. Yeah, that's why you not. We gonna keep.
Where's that bitch? Cause I'm sitting by her.
Do I got one? You got that?
I got. That's why I bought 2.
Okay.
I wasn't being selfish.
All right.
I was just.
Oh my god.
Okay, but I mean, before we answer, since you know we have a pussy way of thinking.
Or maybe he meant we think with our pussy. Maybe is that what he
I don't know
meant?
if it's how they
I mean, I
they
don't
think
consider
they
that
think
an
they
insult
think.
because
Yeah.
y'all do have pussy.
Yeah.
I mean,
But what I'm saying is, so now you're asking us how do we feel about what he did. So
Because that's
no. So
Oh my
when
Yeah, she says, shut up, let her finish.
when should you? So how do you determine when you should use your feeling or when you should think?
when you make a decision, you're making a logical,
let me
educated
finish.
decision. You should not use feeling. I'm asking you how you felt
Ooh,
as another
don't point
individual
that at
coming
me.
talking about something misrepresentation.
just like how you feel about any situation that
woman.
happens on the news. Well, how'd you
Yeah.
feel when this came out?
It's
Just
not
stuff
about
like
you
that.
making
It's not
a life
about.
So we shouldn't feel when we make the life decisions, but if it's a certain situation of somebody else, then
Yeah,
We can feel a certain.
yeah, this is
we
not
can
this.
use our feelings then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when George Floyd died, how did that make you feel?
Yeah, you ain't gonna say how it make you thought.
Yeah.
But it's extremely
What'd you
hard.
think
No,
about
what you
that?
think about it.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
but
you can
it
say what
still
you think
leads
about
into
it.
feelings to
Feelings,
me.
yeah.
Because if you think
But
about it.
that's
But the
not
problem,
what
y'all use y'all
feelings
emotions at the wrong damn time.
But the essence of
And y'all
humanity
do-
is our
y'all-
ability to
They're
feel
in
things.
denial.
What
y'all
you
need to,
about to say?
y'all don't use y'all emotions
Agreed.
at the right damn time.
Agreed.
At all.
When
I'm not gonna ever disagree with
when
that.
is a man taught to use his emotions?
But see, no.
When has a woman
I was just
been
gonna say
taught
anybody
to-
reverse that on you because she just talked about what they was taught growing up. No, we wasn't. We was taught to be, you know, the protector, the barbarian. You know what I'm saying? And y'all were taught to use more emotions. So therefore, a man and a woman are supposed to do what? To come together as one. So that's what's happening. A man needs to be teaching the woman how to not use her emotions. The woman needs to be teaching the man when to use his emotions.
But-
that's why you come together and become one.
One.
But we have
That's
our
true.
emotions for a reason.
And
They
we
never
have
said
our
you
we
did.
have our
Yeah,
strength.
we're not
You
saying
gotta-
not to use
You gotta get
them,
the sugar
but-
daddy out your ear. I just
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
I just,
I'm just,
Where's your best? Where's your best?
I just
Where'd that
said
go?
that it
Where'd that
needs to be a unified thing. That's why we as men trying to say, hey, don't use your emotions all the time. It's times that, yes, we need to open up more to a woman and be more vulnerable to a woman to be able to listen to some things they deal with emotionally.
but give us time to do that. Like, bro.
I can't say that because we got to give them time too. So
I mean, I'm not saying that we don't, but I'm just saying, like, don't think that a nigga just like emotionless. We have emotions. We just don't show
Where's
them.
your bitch?
So why y'all think y'all ask all them questions that y'all do?
Go get my good.
wait to get on your ass.
Babe, do you love me? You do? How much? That's why I hate them dumbass questions. I'm sorry. I hate it. Cause I mean, like that's like when y'all. I'm like the type of person like I show everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I speak with my actions. I'm not gonna tell you shit. So when a woman tells me like, hey, do you love me? How much? What do I do that makes you do this or want to be with me?
Yeah,
like I'm just like, nigga.
No.
The hell? But you just need to hear that for yourself.
Which is fine.
Because you're doubting, you feel something. I don't know what you're feeling at that point in time. I don't know if you're doubting yourself or if you feel like, oh, we don't belong with you don't belong with us or something like that. But it's like, bro, we with you.
I mean, it's reassurance.
It's
right.
Exactly, it's reassurance.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting reassurance.
But I don't know about other men, but that shit will irritate you.
Yeah, it irritate me. But
does it irritate you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
It irritates. Well, I'm just going to sit here and say it irritates
Which
me.
is
It's
fine.
about like how many times you do because y'all like for us to tell y'all things to make sure that we're still attracted to you.
But y'all don't do them.
But y'all don't do that. Do you know how, bro? We would love to feel validated.
Okay, but
We would love to be walking down the street and get cat. Mud, if you walking down the street and a girl said, huh?
I can't answer.
No, he ducked off fast.
Why? Why not?
I'm in the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Whoever he's with got him scared.
We can tell you know.
Alex, are you single?
Yes.
Okay, so
Hey, all the
Here we
camera
go.
shit broke.
Alex, if you walking down the street and you hear a girl say, or, that nigga sure look good. Hey, what's your name?
Walk down the hood, nigga.
Well, I'm just saying, would that offend you? Would that bother you? Would you love to hear that?
Hey, I appreciate that because we don't get it.
We don't.
At all.
so
We
what is
wouldn't.
wrong with?
do
So
that.
why should a woman have to ask
So
you if you just
I
want
guess
us to
I'm
voluntarily say that to you? Why would someone? Why would she have to ask you? Well, how much do you love me? Or how much? Why you just can't voluntarily say it? Because if you voluntarily say it,
Who
then
said it?
Or if you're doing
But
things
see,
to
he-
make her feel it.
But
then
we
she's not gonna ask
constantly
you.
show every time.
no.
I can't say.
I didn't say.
I show. Well,
You
I do.
said
I'm speaking
show.
for myself.
Speak for
I'm speaking
yourself.
for myself.
Yes, but you said show. But you said you just asked him. Wouldn't you like to hear that?
Y'all hear it all the time.
Y'all hear it all the time. That's what I'm
you
saying.
just said you ain't saying
Not necessarily.
shit. You just show with action. You just literally like I'm not. You know what? I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna show
I
with
know what you're trying to do, and you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that.
What we're not gonna do. We're not Miss G lady,
We got to hear Miss Neat
Miss Gangsta, whatever that G stand for.
all of the above.
What did you just say?
I don't hear it all the time.
No. I would second that.
Yeah.
Not
It's not
necessary.
something, no.
Women in general are going to have.
Y'all are
independent
nothing
on-
but validated every damn day.
Not,
No.
not
That's a
true.
lie.
Women
That's
in,
not
yeah,
true.
Man, y'all all take a shot.
Y'all all taking a shot
No,
at that
yeah.
shit. Cause y'all sitting there
No.
telling me,
That's not true.
even when you told me, babe, when I first met you, no man ever tries to holler at me or talk. That's all men, even the thirstiest of
Even
dudes.
confirmed that for you.
Man, I ain't giving you what you're here to say. Hey,
And
Mama and Papa tried. I love you though. Hey, but no, I don't want to hear all that.
No,
Because
if
if
you don't present
if we all
yourself
take y'all
that
out
way,
to a
you
club
don't
right now,
get
look at
raised
y'all's
in
best.
this
I
One
guarantee
at a time.
y'all.
One at a time. One at a time.
Okay, if I take y'all out to a club right now, looking y'all's best, I guarantee one person in that club, at least one, I will even say two, will come out of his way and say, "Excuse me, sweetheart, what's your name? Or can I buy you a drink? You looking extra good." They will say something.
No.
negative.
That's true for the club. No.
Not even always.
For the club, though.
I've been in a
Why ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you because
Yeah.
you don't go no damn
Yeah.
way?
I mean, you have a point.
Just sit there and listen to
However,
gospel.
past
But that's
Christian,
where
whatever.
that's
Gospel.
different, though.
it doesn't happen as often as you think.
If you're not going to the club, if you're not portraying yourself that way, if you're not posting pictures of yourself that are provocative, you are not getting that kind of feedback.
There are plenty of females that are posting pictures that are not provocative and still get comments saying, "Hey, you looking good" from dudes. They will put it out there that they tell you they looking good.
Man,
Stop it.
Do not get
Stop.
the same validation.
We do never ever, and
This is just-
nor do we even just ask for it. Do we want it? Sure, but do we just sit there and ask for it like, damn, I wish some females would validate me. Hey, I look good. I look good, don't I? No.
You don't. Okay, so
I don't. You know what? Fuck you then.
We got a
I ain't
question.
like you anyway.
Hold on. We got a question. Go ahead.
I think.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Now you learning. That's my baby. Yeah.
I honestly think that's what, like, how we say not guys don't always validate us, even though y'all don't believe it, whatever. I think that's also why women support women. We validate each other more because we really don't get it. Like, certain women do, but classy women, hello?
That is the biggest bunch of
No.
bullshit.
We are sitting here telling you this.
What it is,
That is the truth.
what it is, they not getting shot at by the men that they actually are attracted.
No, not even
But
that.
you're getting shot
No.
at.
But you're
Like
getting
none.
shot at.
Negative.
How many
Not
times?
like
How many
that,
times a day
no.
you get shot at?
I mean, shit, I'm a handsome ass.
You was an ugly ass nigga.
Hey, matter of fact, it happened today. We had Taco Patron.
Oh shit!
We had Taco Patron.
Oh, wait,
She tells me, she come there, have you ever just been looked at so hard that it was just embarrassing and uncomfortable? I'm like,
No, I have not.
she was like, she gave me an example. She go, look straight. I go, okay, look straight. She go, now look at me. She's looking like dead at me, right? And she said, turn again. I turn again. Look back at me again. And I'm still looking at you. That's what he was doing. I was like, oh my God, baby, that was so uncomfortable. Just happened to your ass. Like, dudes take that
But it
shot.
doesn't
That's
have to.
creepy people.
And then
though.
How many women dive in
Those don't
DMs
count.
over
Those
men
don't count.
diving in DMs? Men
Women-
go all
Women are in
the
niggas' DMs?
time.
Yes.
That are not celebrities.
Yeah.
Yes.
You was a liar. You couldn't even get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you a liar.
No, they are. But
If the nigga just got a relationship
no,
or something like that.
no,
A bitch done been pimped him, so I done seen it.
you know.
And he married.
Exactly. That's why, because he's married.
No.
Y'all always want the
That's
man
not-
when
that's
y'all
not-
can't have
Don't bring
him.
y'all.
Okay, when?
Nah, don't say
Oh
all.
my God. I'm
No.
sorry. I struck a nerve. I got Miss G lady mad.
Yeah,
My bad.
Yeah, the gangster get
Coming
married.
I knew that's what the G stand for. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell y'all?
That's not true, bro. What happens is, it happens both ways, but it happens more to women.
Women. Okay.
Men, you do not see women in the club hollering at niggas getting the numbers right. That was never happened, never will, never has happened.
And you
It
know
will
why?
not happen.
Because y'all can't take rejection.
Y'all get
I
that.
can't disagree.
Men get rejected, time in,
Time
time out, and they like, shit, we're gonna shoot to the next one.
Because
Women
y'all
don't-
think
What about your friend?
and don't feel,
You want to?
right?
What?
You think about it and go to the next one versus feeling the rejection, is what I'm
You
saying.
get hurt. Y'all don't get hurt by
Yeah, y'all don't get offended
Oh,
or hurt.
whoa, hold the fuck up.
Oh, so
You
y'all-
think that don't hurt us?
He just said we
Yeah.
go
Go on to the next
all
one.
right,
Okay,
go
okay.
That don't mean that
Time
you're
out,
gonna
time
hurt
out,
by
time
it.
out, time out.
We
Okay.
are
You know how, like-
immune to it.
Okay.
Which means
It's
you're
just
not
like,
hurt
It's just
by
like
it.
drinking. It's just like drinking. You know how you develop a tolerance? Like when you start drinking, you get drunk real quick. When you first start drinking. Then once you drink a lot, you develop a tolerance to where you don't get drunk as fast. It's the same goddamn thing
You
when we
still
get
get
shot
drunk.
down. When we first started shooting our shot, when we found out we like women, and they said, "No, I don't like you. Get away from me." That hurt the fuck out of us.
Okay,
Sad,
so when you
depressed.
actually approached a woman, have you been shot down?
He's a fucking liar.
Nah, some niggas
Have
don't.
you?
I've never been shot down by a
I
woman.
ain't never
I guess
been
it's
rejected.
just you, bud.
It ain't me.
Have you
I
been?
was just looking at that nigga this ugly. I know he been shot
Well,
down.
you
That's-
tripping.
Give me that drink.
But the reason I have not, I think I have not been shot down by a woman because I pick and choose also with women who you mess with. I have to have that mutual contact of where you feeling me, but I know the woman's not going to lead the conversation.
Yes.
So we men, we made to lead, right?
So what he's saying is, she shoot some
things.
type of way,
And I'm
that
gonna
make me
finish it.
comfortable to.
Yeah.
To approach her,
She
right.
might get a double look. You walk by, she look once, she look again.
And
She
you was
is-
like this when you first started hollering at females?
Yes,
like when
yes,
you first
always.
developed like for females?
I've never went into, hey, shorty, but never in my life.
Yeah.
Never. Never.
Alright.
No, I don't. The matter, I'm off lying. I'm lying. One time. And it was,
What happened?
it
Tell
was
us
a-
about
I knew it was a time. I don't care if it was just once.
It was a
Every
bad-
man has been shot the fuck
No,
down.
I didn't get shot down. Though. That's what I'm saying. I went and hollered at her
Alright.
without her. Okay, this is what happened. I'll give you a look. She's playing basketball. She's on the free throw line. I winked at her. She airballed the free throw. got it. You know what I'm saying? That was it. So I went and shot my shot.
He got her when she was embarrassed. That doesn't count. That does not
So
count.
my homeboy was just like, yo, I bet you can't get it. I'm thinking like, but you just don't know. You airball that because of me. Like, I got it. So that was, but I went and shot my shot.
This nigga just.
But it was literally just for a bet. I didn't even care about it.
Oh,
This
God.
nigga he just told us about the wood.
I'll give you $1.
I said, nigga, you ain't shit. You over telling us about the wood right now, nigga. This shit ain't real.
You fucking fraud, Derek Jackson ass nigga.
But that's real shit. That's how it happened. But I never wanted to talk that chicks like that though. It had to be something you.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, nigga.
She had
I
to
shot
give
my
me
shot, whoever I felt.
But men do all the time, though.
Yeah, and sometimes I got shot down, sometimes I did. You know, so
It happens all the time.
it does. But that's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, case in point, my now girlfriend shot me down.
It seems like you just a shooter though. I'm not just a shooter.
I
Right.
am. I take a lot of shots. I'm cold like a motherfucker. But I hit majority of them. I hit majority of my field goals. And I do doubles.
Hey.
Sometimes I'm triple.
Hey.
But I don't just not get buckets.
But I got off that subject. I was asking like, what did a woman? How did you ladies feel?
Extremely disappointing.
I forgot the question. What was the
How
question?
did y'all
How did you feel when Derrick
Derrick
Jackson came out? Just with the whole situation, like all the videos he created, going on and up to it finally, and then putting his wife.
You go
on.
here. Start here. How did you feel?
I mean, I just laughed at it.
It was,
It was nothing. I mean, there was so much comedy behind it, and no couple is perfect, so I don't hold a couple on a pedestal as far as them doing everything right.
okay. What about you?
It was really, really funny. Yes, I get like the memes were hilarious, but I was really disappointed because of the way that he tore other men down and he tore
Yes.
relationships down and he held himself to this
High
I am
ass.
God level.
Yeah.
And again, he's speaking to this entire audience of single women that really reveres him. I mean, I know some women like that, and it was just really disappointing.
What about you?
I felt it was very disrespectful for him to do his wife like that, to come out, because even if the girl did come out before him, there was no proof. You know what I mean? Like it was her hearsay. So you just pretty much embarrassed your wife on a public platform.
But the wife knew what she was getting into.
I feel like she already knew about it. I feel like she already knew about it.
We don't know that. That's all
We
I
don't-
gave
we
you.
We don't
know
know,
that.
but I feel like she already knew about it. To be honest, I feel like she was already aware of it, and she's getting his checks as well. They living in this nice ass house. She's reaping the benefits.
So if she's aware of that, why come out public and lose your entire platform?
Exactly.
Because he was
What do you mean?
trying
Because
to regain it.
No,
Because
that
he's
wasn't
trying,
gonna-
because
that
he's trying to
wasn't
save face and then show that he's an accountable man.
No,
and
but
he
You
shows
fucked
accountability
yourself
for
up with
what he
that
does.
because if
Oh,
you
he
have
did.
no proof,
He did.
my word against theirs, and if his wife say, "Hey guys, that's not true," they're
True.
gonna keep moving.
Exactly, but he wasn't
They're
thinking
gonna
about that.
keep
He was
moving.
like, you know what? I bet in his mind of thinking, because he's thinking about money at this point.
So therefore, you already, if I'm sorry, if you a bitch ass nigga, if you gonna sit up here and embarrass me over some fucking money because you gonna get on TV because you want to make some bread, nah.
No, she went along with it.
That's what she's saying.
Just like Shanique says, we have choices. She chose
I
to
don't-
wear that ugly ass bonnet,
I
and that fat ass outfit she had on, and sit on camera with this holding of a goddamn hands and being like, I am so like. Bro,
No, you
I was
gotta pull my
being
hand around a lot.
Of a political campaign. That's what I thought it was.
It was tight.
I am
he was
Derrick
talking
Jackson.
with it
Shout
the
out
whole
to
time.
my wife. Hold my hand, woman.
Right.
But
That's
Do
what
you
he
have
was
anything
doing.
you want to say?
No.
No? Cool. Because they're here to see me anyway. I, Derrick Jackson, cheated, and my wife is fine with it. As you can see, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Buy
but
my
see,
book.
That was her.
today.
That was him
No.
being manipulative as he has been through his entire platform.
Exactly, because he is. But if you look at the videos and how
Narcissistic, bro. Narcissistic.
He
That's what it
manipulated
is.
her thinking like, hey, babe, this is the right thing for us to do at this time because it's going to go everywhere. We're going to have all this drama. He was trying to keep himself afloat.
Yes.
And that's what he used her doing that. How can you say that you're a man or you love this woman when you even put her in this position?
Yeah.
Like, Men make mistakes.
I would
Women
have
make
left her out
mistakes.
of it.
Putting her on that platform, that should have been her not there, and you should have been manning up by yourself.
But it
He
was
should have
for
put out a
good.
public statement.
He
But
should
it was,
have
but
did
no,
Point
it was
blank
what,
period.
if he
He
was
shoulda
going to
did
do that,
that.
it's what Gloria said. He should have got on there and said, hey, had his wife say, like, bro, just play the fucking part. It's my word against yours. I'm going to have my wife on here. She's going to say, it never happened, blah, 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 blah. Keep it going.
Or don't even speak on. You know how
Don't
many,
even
how
speak
many,
on it.
How many
People,
famous
accusations,
people,
yeah.
they don't.
Right
even-
now,
I'm not even going to entertain it. If you say, no, I'm not even going to entertain
are we worried about Jada and Will right now? Nope, they good. The
Hell.
entanglement
Oh
person
my
is the one
God.
that we looking
Well,
at.
I didn't care because I thought they were
right now.
swingers any damn way.
Yeah.
I thought they were.
But that's what I'm saying. At the end
They
of
had
the
that
day,
Oprah
But
Winfrey.
this nigga over here.
the dude that's right here snitching and messing up the family, like if you have a credible, that guy's a very credible guy, is he not? Every woman revered him, correct? Not every woman, but most couples
Most.
A lot
revere.
of them.
So
Yeah.
Broken
when you have
women,
a
yes.
when you have a fan base, and it's something I learned from Ye. I don't do too much from Kanye, but it's something I learned from Kanye West. If you have a fan base, no matter what you do, your fans will ride with you.
Chris Brown.
So if that fan base he has, and he comes out and be like, we don't even believe it. The girl can come out and say, with no proof, if they don't got no proof, she can say whatever she wanted to. They were gonna throw her under the bus.
Mhm.
They was gonna kill her whole image, and he would have completely kept going forward, messing up other people's relationships. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to come out. So it's like you put your woman in a shitty ass position. In the
I
first
mean, and
place.
then too, when you think about it, it could be a blessing in disguise because he may have been leading a lot of people
To astray, for sure.
astray, and it's like, you know what? Since you know you ain't being real about yours, we're gonna expose you so this can stop. I mean, so it could have been.
Let's flip to the other side. The other person, the other enemy that he has is Kevin Samuels.
They're enemies?
Yes, because they
Yeah,
preach
they completely
completely opposite.
Completely opposite.
Kevin Samuels is all about holding women accountable for
So
their
he
actions.
says.
So he
Humble
says, but he just
yourself
does it in a very disrespectful way at times. And Derek Jackson is all about pandering, making the woman feel like she's higher than anything in this world.
And
Which
so-
way is the right way to do it?
Neither one.
Neither way, but some
It has to be a balance.
Exactly, a balance. Derek Jackson, Steve Harvey, whatever. Know your value. Know your worth. Don't let anybody treat you like shit. If you know they treat you like shit, bro, get out of that situation. Find something better.
Great advice.
Kevin Samuels, stop holding yourself to a high caliber thinking that you're better than every
What
man
you
that's
is.
out here, and you're not. Stop trying to say you want a high value man when there's good men that are middle value or possibly low value, whatever. They're taking care of their business, they're doing what they need to do as a man, and they're gonna treat you right.
And add on, he even says, don't go after a high value man when you're not a high value woman.
Exactly. And then the whole point of the whole high value argument is because when you try to get a high value man, is he gonna be faithful to you?
What
No.
makes you high value?
Your money, your
talking about-
your
he talking about
finances.
actual-
So financial.
Your
No, he's talking about
financial,
financial,
yes.
not your
Financial.
person. Your
If you
financial.
make $10,000 a month and you over $100,000, $200,000 every year, like you're a high value man.
You're in a
And-
higher percentile. Of
Yeah,
people.
you're in the top 10% of
Income.
men.
Okay.
Right.
So, and
Yeah.
when you have a high value man, he's saying they have options, just like women that are fine as hell. Y'all have options. Like, even though you don't think about it, but there's dudes out here that's probably creeping on your
Don't think
pages.
people have options though. Everyone has options.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, you have to know the situation you're trying to get in. You can't be this low budget ass chick, but want every man to make $1 million.
True.
And you don't have a job, you don't have any ambition, you don't have none of this stuff. All you do is look good.
That's why he say what you bring to the table.
You
And
gotta
9
be able
times
to
out of 10
bring
they can't
something to the
answer.
table.
They can't answer that question. If
Like
you
women
ask every
don't.
woman now, what do you bring to the table? And what did our
I'm the
previous
table.
guests say? I'm the table, the chair, brought that,
You know,
the desk, brought that,
you know.
brought the chairs. That's not an answer. That's
Not at all.
no.
It's not.
like that's not what you bring to the table.
And I got a question that comes that it's Kevin Samuels more or less talked about. Why do women that have that high value, 6-figure women, needs a man to come to the table with the same thing?
Why do they need it?
Yeah, why do they want it?
I believe they would want it because they feel like they're a match, at least financially, work ethically. They just understand that level.
Okay, why do you think that?
I mean, personally, it would be a risk that I don't know that I'm willing to take. If I'm making 6 figures and I meet a man that's not, I would look at him the same way I guess that men look at women who are not making very much. Like if you're very unequally yoked, then
That wouldn't be yoga.
But no, but that's the thing.
No. We're gonna go. Go ahead. Why do you think?
Why do I think that they?
Why women want a man to come to the table with the same amount of money that they do?
I have no fucking idea why they would think that. I mean, I don't really know why women. I don't really understand why they would want them to, because I would look at it the same way as me not having that and a man having 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess I always try to put myself in the place of if the shoe was on the other foot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why it would be a necessity or something that has to be
Has to
done.
happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't-
if you were bringing in 150K,
Mhm.
you'd be okay with him bringing in 20, 30?
If he was a teacher or something like that, making what is he?
No, I didn't say that. No.
Well, I'm just
20,
saying
30.
that's about. I'm just doing a profession. He has a stable job.
I would be okay with it as long
Yeah.
as I know if he has a goal, if he has ambition, if he has a plan. Yeah, it took me to be with him to help him get to where he needs to be. So then now we both making.
When you say
6
help, how do you mean help?
As far as it could be financially, it could be maybe the people that I know in my circle, the reason why I'm making 6 figures of who I know. I mean, it could be a multitude of things.
But
Maybe
what-
my connects.
What if he's happy? What if he's happy doing what he's
Making
doing,
that 20 to
and he
30.
loves his job? Like that's his dream job. Because everybody has their dream job.
So what?
If his
what's
dream
the
job is a
dream
delivery
job?
job or being a teacher, and he's making 30,000, 40,000 a year, you're making your 100K. He's happy doing what he's doing. He don't plan on doing nothing else. He loves where he's at. He's happy in life. Are you still gonna be with
Is
him?
he taking care of home?
That's the question that needs to be asked. If he's doing that, it should not matter what he makes.
Because if
Because at the end of
I
the
got
day,
it,
if you're
then-
married, you are combined together. Therefore, y'all are helpmates to each other.
Exactly.
That's the whole entire
Exactly.
point.
And that's kind of where and I get what you two are saying, but I think that's where women fail. That's in that category. And the reason why, because every man, for the majority, that has 6 figures, that woman don't have 6 figures. We don't need a woman to have that because we already got it. We have that part taken care of. What places can you fill the void? If I'm good at math and you're good at English, I need you to help me with English, not math. I'm gonna help you with math and not English.
Right.
That's why you're supposed to come together and be one. And that's why I think the problem is they want a man to match everything that they have. No man has the woman who matches. Like if you look at the celebrity women, right? Big high dollar women.
Oprah,
They're just
Stedman, different.
like they usually are dating someone in the same caliber. You see all these celebrity men, half of y'all don't even know his wife. Don't even know who they are. Nope. Because you don't need that. They have that already. They don't need you to have that. Bring something that completes me. We don't need to be on the same value. There's a big problem when women want to be on the same value as a man. You were never made to be the same value of a male. I'm gonna bring someone to help you. Give you a helpmate.
Which is why Eve was created from Adam's rib.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Each person has to learn their place.
But
A man gotta know their place emotionally, and y'all have to help us lead. A man is made to lead. A woman was made to help them lead.
But how a lot of
Ugly as
women-
it sounds, it is what it is.
But how a lot of women think about it is that when you say it like that, like even though how we just explained it, when they hear helpmate, they think, a lot of women think slave. Oh, I'm supposed to cater to him and do whatever the hell he wants, and that's not necessarily.
See, but caterers didn't do what he wanted. It's two different things. Being submissive, people don't understand that
that
messing-
submissive means being a slave.
but they're misinterpreting what submissive is.
Exactly.
Like you're not supposed to do whatever hell a man tell you to, and then at the same time, a man not supposed to think he can tell you to do whatever you want him to. Like that's not what it is. You guys are supposed to help each other. Like you cannot grow with one person making all the decisions together. You are not one no more. You're still separated. Think about most people still financially have separate bank accounts. Then how are you one when you still are divided? You can never be that because you have a finance, number one reason for divorce. 2, it's sex. We're gonna get to that here in a minute.
And it,
But
Mud had a question.
go ahead.
You had your hand raised.
Oh no, he already hit it.
Oh, he hit it.
Yeah,
Well,
I was just gonna ask, like, It's normalized for a man who makes a high salary to date a woman out of his tax bracket, but women don't want to do the same thing when it comes to men.
Because a man will get a dude a chick that works at McDonald's. She look good. Is she behind the counter at McDonald's? He will talk to her. We don't care about women's money or where they're at.
Never have.
We
That's
never
not
have.
for me.
But it's the opposite when it comes to women. If you see a dude working at McDonald's, hell no. That nigga behind the counter serving fries.
I feel like that's on most women lists too. Like, he got to make a certain amount or be able to provide.
Yeah, provide,
It's
protect,
I just
on our
want you to
age.
have
kind
somebody-
eyes.
But see, I mean, if you work, in that situation, if I see somebody that's working at McDonald's behind the counter, I just want you to have a higher goal. So like, do you want to own the McDonald's? Do you want,
manager.
yeah, do you want to move up to where you make
The
not
longer you trying to be the best at what you are at that.
exactly like not staying stagnant? Like,
But Lord, you know, a lot of females do not have that mindset. You might,
But see, the
a lot of
good thing
females
is
don't.
like we want those
They're not
females
looking at
that
that.
do have that
They
mindset
look.
to start speaking.
They say, I don't want that.
It's
Yeah.
really what matters way more than the amount that he makes is the financial decisions that he's making.
Right.
Like, how did you get to where you are? Do you have anything saved? What have you done with the money
You might
that
not
you've
serious at
made?
McDonald's. You don't know.
But see, the
And that matters
but-
way more than the title of your job.
But you don't get that far because once you see him behind that
Exactly
counter
what
flipping
I was about to
burgers,
say.
Not
You're even
necessarily.
getting-
you are like, I mean, I'm not saying y'all, but most women are like, hell no. But a nigga pull up in a Ferrari flashing cash, yes. And you don't know him.
No, because that might not be even his Ferrari.
But-
there
Right.
are lots of questions
But,
to be answered before
but
you
they
get
flock
that
to
far.
it though.
But
That's
see,
the whole point.
You gotta
flock
find
to
those
it.
things out because how many shows? I forget the name of the
Gold,
show.
gold digger shows and stuff.
Yes,
Yes.
they have women that wasn't even gonna talk to him. Didn't even like him. They trying to spit. He goes and jumps in a Ferrari. And
That's
all
not
of a
even
sudden
his
she's up
car.
there.
You don't know that stuff.
No,
Like,
but
why
it is.
No.
But it is though. But he'll try to talk to them
It
and
is
be
his
regular, and then before he even goes to the car, and then once he like, oh, I got a boyfriend, they'll tell all lies just to get him away, and then once he, that's your car,
Right.
that's your car.
You ain't never
But that's a
seen.
whole different caliber of woman.
But
though.
you ain't never seen no woman see a dude getting no goddamn Ferrari and be like, hey, give me his. Hell no.
That's not
I
the
would
first
question
car.
it.
No.
You ain't gonna question it. You gonna say, oh,
Is
I
it
gotta
that
get a nice
rented?
car.
Is it his friends?
Right.
Is it a rental?
Yeah.
That is not
You don't know
your
those
first
things.
thought, and I'm
Yes, it is.
It's so
Hell no,
is.
her,
It's
please.
so is.
Hell
No.
no, her, please.
No, because
Yes,
we
take-
agree
take
on
a
this.
goddamn
No,
That is the
no,
first
no
thought.
shot.
As many,
No,
as
no
many
shot.
situations that we done seen,
There you go.
we have seen women
You don't
rock
have to
to a
take it.
vehicle
Yeah, they
and
do.
they do not ask no question.
Rule
The
of
first
game,
question
majority rules.
is that your car? Yeah, that's my car. Even if he's lying, that's the first question. Is that my car? He gonna say yeah because he know you interested in the car, therefore you're gonna be interested in him. So stop it.
Women used to look at niggas' keychains back in the day.
Where were we in this?
I know.
Back in the day, you're a little young.
Yeah,
But
for real.
they used to look
If
at
you saw a Lexus
keychain.
symbol or a Mercedes symbol, she automatically talking to you. She
Never in my life looked at somebody's keychain and wondered it.
Oh no,
because
females were very
Yeah,
observant.
definitely.
Very observant. I'm talking about
I'm
binoculars
not
from
saying it
across the
hasn't.
club
I'm
looking
just
at
saying
that
you're
girl
talking
like
about a
a Ferrari
caliber of
keychain.
woman
So
that is looking for
But
something like that.
as one, I'm not saying you that caliber of woman, but I'm saying you're bald ass lying. If you first thing you think when somebody get a nice car, they ain't even
that ain't even
Man, see, no,
Fuck outta
she
here.
said it was her too.
You know from experience.
Okay, that's your experience because you didn't have some dude fake you out. But that,
Yes.
no, that's your fault. You ain't asking none of the questions. You ain't asking none of the questions.
Who got a Ferrari?
Oh, you asking us?
Not a Ferrari. A nice
Asking
car
all
in
the
general.
No. But you never
Because
thought
I have known
that
men
wasn't
that it wasn't
his.
theirs.
Because of he just got in the Ferrari, I don't think it's his. He gave you a reason to believe.
What was his reason that you didn't believe that was his car? What was it? What was
He
it?
gave you
Do I
reason.
start listing?
No, just what was the reason? What stood out?
Yeah.
He gave you.
He gave you a reason.
He gave a lot of
Like the nigga had on a red ass jacket and pulled it up in and shit. He
Yeah.
might be the best.
See, that's what I'm saying. But then once again, that's,
But it makes me have a red flag anytime I see something like that now.
Yeah, but that's because of that experience. But
Okay,
Man, you
it
tell me the
comes
dude
from
get out in a
experience.
nice
You live
ass
and you
suit,
learn.
Yes.
nice ass car, and you out there gonna question if that's his car or not.
It'll
But
cross my mind.
second question is, why does he feel the need to have this flashy car be the number one
Oh
thing that advertises
my
him?
God! Y'all are not asking all those questions.
Yes, I
Hell, not shoot her.
He's shooting you.
Shoot her, bro. Cock that and shoot her.
But you
Sure.
have
That is.
What was
What
that?
do you not bring it to the table that you have to flash all this money for?
really?
Yes, really.
Bro,
What world are you living in? You just got uninvited to the goddamn barbecue.
You was in there. You knew all the DMX songs
You was
and
in there.
everything. You was in there.
She was like, nigga, right?
What y'all really want?
We got them talking about DMX. I don't believe this anymore. Totally changed on us. You switched up. Why take a shot?
Take another shot.
Bullshit.
Now.
I think what men don't realize is that a lot goes through a woman's head, like
We know.
at the start of seeing anything. Okay, is he telling the truth? Is this really his? Is he lying about this?
What in his
It
personality
is. It absolutely
Because
is.
what do we think when we see a woman? Goddamn, she look good.
No, what about his personality? Is he trying to cover up with this vehicle? And why?
Oh
do I
my
need to-
God.
Look,
Well, she's giving my vibe.
Syndrome.
Well, she's giving my vibe.
What do they think like that?
You're married. You don't have to think like
All
this.
therapist on us.
I don't think like that.
Hey, America.
But it's
see,
different now.
America, we're gonna talk to see
Yeah.
the one that don't think like that has a ring. Think about
She
it.
said it's different.
It's different now. Just like dating's different now. You are. I love you, but you're
You
old.
can't make this up, bro.
You're older.
You hearing this. You hearing it.
It's
You can't make it
different.
You ain't that damn.
And we are
Yes,
so,
it is.
and that's why
Money
we
is
don't, that's
not
why
enough.
it's so
He could
hard for us
be
to come
crazy.
together.
Money is not enough. He could be
We're
absolutely
not saying
fucking
that money.
psycho.
We're not. No, we're saying initial. We're not talking about once you know the person and all this. You don't see a dude at Ruth Chris hop in a Ferrari and even in the car.
What about is his personality? He's trying to cover up with this Ferrari appearance.
You're not gonna be thinking.
What is he really trying to hide?
A hate match nigga would say something.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
You got low flight tires, bro.
Man, he ain't got a trunk to fit nothing in there.
Does he live with his mother? We don't know these things.
Y'all don't think that initially stop it.
Stop. What
Mm-hmm.
you got, bud?
So, I think you said something about whether you have set up outside of that. So if you met a man at McDonald's behind the counter was a good dude, right? But he doesn't have the knowledge because he didn't grow up with the same resources as you. And you were able to change his life by teaching him these things, but he never got the chance to be better.
I like that.
Me
question.
personally, I am not trying to raise a man. I have a son. I'm raising him. I don't want to raise a grown man.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily raising a man.
Nah.
It's not about raising a man. It's about
If
somebody,
it's basic stuff.
It's people.
Yeah,
it's
I
two
mean,
people
if
come
it's
together.
basic.
Because whether y'all believe it or
Right.
not, I was talking to my girl about this when we was talking about like why women think that they can change men. First of all, when a man meets the woman of his dreams or whoever he feels like that person is for him, the woman ain't got to do nothing. She's good. She's so good of a person that he wants to be the best he can be for her. To me, he automatically has that thought. If I want to give her everything because she deserves everything, I got to step my game up. I got to get this job that I want. I got to do what I want to do so I can.
He's gonna start moving.
He's gonna start moving on his own. So that's another problem. Females think like, oh, I get this dude, I can change him. I'm saying he's grown a lot. No, you're not changing him. This nigga is probably showing you
You'll
something
never
but doing
change,
something
man.
totally different. A man will change on his own. You don't have to do nothing but be yourself.
And he's gonna change.
And he will change. And that's where a lot of women mess up when it comes to relationship. And that's why a lot of women go out with these messed up dudes because they think they can change them.
Don't have the raising mentality.
No,
Don't
because
Don't have a raising.
It's not even
yeah.
necessarily that. It's that I know for a fact that I cannot change a person. I don't control
But it's
people.
not necessarily changing them.
if you're worth changing for, they're gonna change.
They're gonna change, yes.
But what he was just talking about wasn't you changing the person. It was that he, like he said, he will say you was born in Frisco, right? He born in Highland Hills. He didn't have the same resources that you had. So now, next thing you know, is a great guy. He has everything you're looking for, but he just don't have that. I don't know how to get to the next step, but you do. All it takes is simple. He has everything else, but he'll not take the next step. Well, since you do, hey, babe, let me show you. This is what I did. I have these resources available to me. Now you have just got your dream dude and was missing one thing. Because if there's no build a nigga or build a chick resource, you can't do that. You're not going to ever have, I'm going to put this on her, I'm going to add this, add some titties, some ass, some personality. It don't work like that.
It don't.
So it's like you find the more pros than cons and you ride with them.
It depends on his motivation, though. Like, if he's not motivated himself, I can't give him motivation.
But
No, he's going. But that's what I just said.
We're going off
He's
of what
going
he
to.
just said.
He's
I'm
going to
talking about
motivate
good
himself
motivated, a
just
good
from
dude.
you.
Yeah.
You're that motivation for him, and you're not doing anything. But in order for what he was just talking about, in order for
You're not necessarily motivation. You're the information that he was lacking.
Yes.
right,
We're also not at the beginning of the game though. Like
Right.
I'm not in my 20s where
That's what I was
like,
gonna
we're
say.
just starting out.
It
we should at this point, we should have
30-year-olds
a
at
foundation.
McDonald's working there because they have to or because
What
they
happened?
choose to.
I want to know what happened.
I would want to know the history behind it,
Yeah, but
and then why are
can't-
but
they?
in order
can't
to
do
do that, you
that.
have to. That's what I was leading to.
We
In order
can't
to
do that.
do that, you have to have a conversation first. You can't be so quick to dismiss
Because you're dismissed because you see he's a 30-some-year-old flipping burgers.
burgers, and you're so quick to dismiss.
You
But it's like,
automatically
hey,
dismiss
why
him.
don't you have a conversation and see where he's at? Where
I'm
he's at, where
sorry.
he's at.
I've never been hollered at by someone flipping burgers.
I haven't
So
either.
I
You just using it as
But I'm
as an
saying-
example.
But
But
would
what
you
I'm-
be interested? Anyway.
I don't know.
No, you
You wouldn't.
To be totally
She
honest,
sitting
no.
there,
That motherfucker
yeah.
died.
She looking up in the sky. That's your
Look
dead.
at him.
You
That's
got
your dead.
dead gift.
Shanique's dead giveaway when she might. She look at me. I don't know, and look at the sky.
Like,
But, I
Like
mean,
that's a
Okay,
dead
but
giveaway.
what I'm saying is I've
You're
never
college
been in.
educated, right?
Absolutely,
Okay,
and I
so I mean, there's something to the background where like I want somebody that has been through some of the
College
same
education
experience
don't
that
mean
I have.
shit.
I know that.
It's
I'm
an
not
experience.
talking about
It's
for
an
a
experience.
credential. I'm just
Experience
talking about.
reading books and arithmetic.
Have you
Exactly.
gone through some of the same things that I've gone through at this point in life? Do we have some things that we can share as a
Common
common
interest.
background? Do we have?
But what do you
common-
have? But how do you get? But how do you know that? How do you? How do
You
you know
have
that?
to have a conversation.
Right.
I will
That's
have a
what-
conversation
whole
with
point.
anybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Whether
saying.
it progresses
Like,
past
women
that,
are not,
depends
they're
on the
not
conversation.
eager for the dude flipping
Burgers to have a conversation with you.
because he's working and he can't talk right
Y'all
now.
might be missing. Y'all might be missing.
We're missing our blessings.
Shoot her 2 times.
This is a perfect example.
Thank you.
Did you meet me at a retail store working?
Y'all are different. Y'all are a different
How
type
are
of
we different?
story.
No, how are we different from a
They
dude,
are a
from a dude
different
at
type
a
of
retail
story.
store compared to a dude flipping burgers?
And
How
I
is
was
it
and
different?
I was sheltered, so I didn't have a lot of knowledge or anything. He taught like I learned a lot from him because my dad was never around. My mom was always working. I pretty much raised myself. So anything that I knew is because I had to teach myself growing up. And there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know. I was naive to. He had that. He had been through so much other stuff. I met him in a retail store. And not only that, after we had a child, he was still working at GameStop. Yes, he was a manager, but he didn't have this high dollar whatever.
No.
But he had 6 jobs at one time.
And time out. Where is he at right now?
He works for himself.
Construction company, working for himself, and a barber, working
And
for
he had a
himself.
clothing line.
Clothing line, exactly,
But
exactly.
the thing is, people are y'all missing out on y'all blessings because y'all worry about the smallest things when that man got high goals and expectations.
Alright,
Because
y'all.
all these people forgetting these millionaires, right? We look at these billionaires. They ain't billionaires. We go billionaires. 30% of them didn't even have a college education.
What?
I'm
Didn't
not saying
that's
that's
required.
Didn't Mark Zuckerberg drop out of Harvard?
that.
Or dropped out of Harvard? Wasn't even trying to make Facebook.
Mark
but
Cuban,
did.
he was living in his car.
But the
Tom
I'm
thing
not
Perry.
is,
even saying it's an
Y'all missing
absolute
y'all
zero.
keys.
I'm just saying you need
Come
to
to
have.
America.
Hold on, that nigga was rich. He was just trying to sort his roles.
But I'm just saying, he did that because he was like, all right, I don't want nobody to want me because I got money.
Money, exactly.
He wanted someone who wanted him for what he truly
Exactly.
is.
But
But nigga working at McDonald's.
money is not the only thing that
It's
matters.
not money.
It's a big-
It's
it's a
what
big
are you
piece.
doing?
It's a big
What
piece
are you
because
doing
there's
with your life and why are
security.
you working still here? I would want to know the history of that. What
But-
led
but
you to
You know,
this?
you keep going back to that, but we're talking about the initial. People don't get that chance to talk to the girl when they're behind the counter
No.
because of what he's doing.
No,
That'd
because
probably
they're
be the wrong
working.
place to approach.
Stop it. I was working when I met her.
Nah,
That's
I
a
mean,
different situation.
You gonna talk to some bro?
Yeah.
I've been plenty of times
All
while
I
I'm working,
did
I
was-
still shot my shot.
all I did
Even if
was
it's
shoot
quick.
at
Hey,
work.
here's my number. Call me.
All I did was shoot at work.
So maybe this goes back to women aren't getting hollered at like y'all think they are.
right.
Stop.
Also that.
Stop.
Yo,
You know what? This is what we're gonna do. Since we were talking about all this, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty. We went to the number one reason for marriages and relationships failing. That's finance. That we were just talking. We'll get to number 2. That's sex.
That was a terrible transition, but
I
okay.
mean, it needs to be talked about.
But that was a terrible
Because
transition.
my standpoint, I'm gonna go ahead and just lead it off. My
That's
standpoint
number
is when you're in a relationship, you single over and you end up in a relationship,
You having all the sex, everything, freaky, everything. When you get married, that shit stops.
Wait, so you talking about good sex versus bad sex, or
No, just sex, period.
Just sex.
Just sex, period. Not the
Yeah,
type of sex
I
you
forgot
have.
the exact number, but it was something like most married couples don't even have sex but 4 times a month.
And your kids
after they've
and
been
working all the time
married.
is not a excuse.
It's been married after
You need to. Everybody can find time.
4 times?
Everybody
4
can make
times a
time for
month.
what they want to make time for.
And then
So if
Yeah,
you want
unless
to get
you're trying
some,
to
you
drag
gonna find
shit
even
out
if it's
for
a
like
little
2
quick. I don't care.
hours.
50 pumps and we good to go. I don't care. Get it in, get it out. I don't care.
Even based on
Get 'em,
science,
Juju.
you must ejaculate 20 times a month. Healthiness.
Who the hell is doing that?
That's science, bro.
you are
You live longer.
That's
20
man.
times
Yeah.
a month?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to think. Now it's got me thinking. No, I'm trying to.
That's
It's like every day.
People are forgetting that that's what we were
Subtract
made to
her
do.
menstrual cycle.
Because it's unhealthy not to have.
About a good 15. So yeah, it's 20 hours. You got some meat.
We were made to do that.
Yeah.
That's what
We
I
got a
was
nut.
made.
Y'all do too.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
What? What you talking about?
We got a nut. Y'all got a
It's
nut. What you
different.
talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all got a nut.
Yeah.
So why act like y'all don't want a nut?
Who are you talking to? You ain't talking to the wrong person.
I'm not talking to your species, goddammit. I'm talking to your species. I mean, tell me about your species. Why they act like y'all don't want a nut?
Who said
I
We
just
said
don't
that.
that with guys, so I don't know.
It ain't no said. It's just show. Like every time, like we lay in bed, like I'm tired. All right.
Why does that?
Like why act like y'all don't want a nut?
Why does that
I
happen
mean-
a lot? Why do you think that happens a lot?
I have a few
Why
reasons.
does
I have a few
Okay.
reasons.
I know people are. I know tired has a lot to do with it, and I fall asleep all the time.
Mm.
But
Damn, Abby. Damn,
but
ain't that
no.
boring?
But it. I mean,
No,
it,
we don't have- we don't have
but it's not on purpose. But see, I'm
in
okay.
the pipe.
Just
But
do
I'm
what you
okay.
gonna do, Ant.
But I'm okay with you waking me up. Like, I mean, I fall asleep because I'm tired, but I'm not opposed to that if he hop in the bed and he.
Time out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know how she use that tired? Okay, nigga, we go out and we work. Like, say, like, you know.
Well, we was talking to. Okay,
No, the
wait,
thing
we
is-
were talking
But I'm
about
saying,
this
nigga, we
taking
can
the
be tired
kids.
too. We still want some.
But
Can we not be tired and still want some?
But do y'all come home? Because we
We
had
do,
this
'cause we come-
conversation.
if you
No,
got a
and
job,
take
you
care
come
of
home.
the kids and cook and clean.
I'm out there
and-
dealing with these goddamn jobs and
Okay,
white people
and
and
so is
shitting
women.
on me all goddamn day. Yes, and I come home and I want to
And do
release
what?
some aggression.
Okay, so if you
On
can
your
release
ass.
some aggression, if you gonna help me wash the damn clothes, make the meals, and take care of the kids.
What did Shannon Sharp say? That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Well, then it should be a
But
problem.
you know, we're gonna go ahead and flip that, because I know you was sitting there green dick, green. Okay.
It should be a problem.
Okay.
Within the context of a relationship.
Yeah, so when the men come home, are y'all mowing the grass? Are y'all taking out the trash? Are y'all
Fuck
fixing
yes.
things around? No, single. Cause you're single.
This was no, that was an unhealthy.
Yeah, and that's why you single now. So there you go. We gonna keep it rolling, because we
Yeah,
already know what
when
happens.
you're in a relationship,
When you
are you doing all of that?
When you in a relationship that's here with each other, he's taking care of things that you can't do. You're taking things that he can't do. That's why
We
it
can.
becomes
We
Capable.
can.
We can.
But put it like this, bro.
But
It's
it's
like
delegated
But you
differently.
don't
I do
Right.
dishes. She cooks, I do dishes. She does laundry, I fold the clothes.
Right.
should
So
be.
I can
Delegated.
do. I'm for all of that. But I'm saying, hey, I'm doing shit and I'm tired too. But I still want a nut.
But realistically, so
So stop
like
playing
in
with me.
my last relationship, I did all of the above, and still was like, okay, I feel like it's my duty as his woman to make sure that he's taken care of. Like,
'Cause
you
he
need to
does
get it
might
off.
be somewhere
Okay, I got you.
Q
I
was
mean,
here.
that's part of it,
But
but
then
part
you
of it is just I want to keep my man happy, and this is what
Right.
I do
Exactly.
to keep my man happy.
Exactly.
But oh my goodness, some days you're tired. Some days you are beyond exhausted. I don't have the energy to go for an hour. Make it quick. I got you. We're good.
But hold up.
That's
not-
fine.
He's
That's
just
fine.
It's
And
not
sometimes
even-
I be like, oh,
Compared to
babe,
as
I
well.
feel like my head hurt. Girl, I don't even want to
I don't even care about me at that point. I'm just trying to take care of him. I take care of kids.
But it
I
don't
take care of
necessarily
him.
mean that the
Me is in the
man
backseat.
you don't have to do any work. The man, you ain't got to turn over.
Turn it
It's
over.
still
fine.
work.
That's fine.
No,
It's
it
not.
ain't.
It's
I mean,
still
I have
work.
to be kind of awake.
Right.
Like,
Time out to ask you a question. How many times have you not wanted sex when you? Yes.
How the hell does it work if you laying there?
How many
You
times?
have to be awake.
A woman
time
is
out.
still taking the brunt of it, is she not? Is she still having to somewhat participate?
There are some men that don't feel like
You're
it's
sitting there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all in one or two positions.
They don't want
Here,
to be a man.
right here.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's still
And then,
work
you know,
into it.
Every once in a while, y'all get here. This is the only thing I see y'all doing.
Oh, then
But see,
step up your game, Juju.
but when you
I'm just talking about a journey. You ain't gonna do that. No. Hey, baby. Hey.
Why are you treating me
You
then?
good. No, you about to-
I love you,
Hey,
Juju.
no, you good.
if a woman acting like sex becomes a chore, she's gonna be single. Period. If a man feel like he has to beg his woman for something like sex, which that should be mutual. No man wants to feel like it's a charity. You should want it just like I do. And if you don't, I'm gonna find someone who does.
I mean, I agree.
Now, does that mean it's okay to cheat? No.
No. But that communication has
Sex is a crucial part when it comes
You
to
have
a relationship
conversation,
or
right.
marriage.
number 2 for
It is.
divorce.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Come on now.
Okay, so going back to why women don't always want sex. I talk to a lot of women who are married.
I need to hear this.
Hormonal imbalances are a huge
It
thing.
is. It really is.
It can be fixed. Go ahead.
The man not pursuing them is a big thing.
Hold up. Explain that.
What?
There are men that do not
Because you gotta
try.
get held on a minute. Explain
No,
yourself.
there are plenty of men that don't try to sleep with their women because they have hormonal imbalances in their system, so they don't want
What,
it.
they 80?
No, it can happen
You
earlier.
got put on Viagra? What?
He lost
Viagra
Something's
might be
wrong.
needed, but some men, it's an ego, a strike to their ego to have to take Viagra. So they'd rather avoid the situation.
Once again, where communication comes in.
Absolutely. Communication's huge.
That's what
But there
Well, I
are
know
more.
every man in this
What's the-
room right now, we ain't got this
Oh,
time.
right.
It hurts because the woman's body changes so much. It can physically hurt them to have sex.
Better go get some lubrication.
That doesn't always
It
work.
doesn't.
My dick hurts sometimes.
It doesn't always. And then too, it
True.
may take you.
There's our
Depending
moments.
on what kind of sex y'all have,
Right.
it may take you a couple of days to
Heal.
heal to
Communicate that. Again.
Communicate,
Well,
yeah.
But communication is key. But there are several different reasons
Reasons
why a
why.
woman might
We
not
can
want to have
understand
sex
it,
all
but like
the
you said,
time.
that's where communication comes in. Because if you just don't communicate that, and then we just sit here thinking like, okay, damn, she don't.
Because women think that men
I
don't have those feelings like that. Y'all take the emotion out of men all the time.
I
Like,
do.
like we don't. Damn.
We just don't express it. Now, when you say, babe, I feel like having sex, we might roll over. We all.
We not. Like you're not happy about that shit. Corey, they're just like, I'ma do it. Like, but
Shit, nigga, I'm quick to do this shit.
Okay, babe.
you feel you're a sexual being?
Yes.
You feel you're a sexual being?
Yep.
And yourself, I already know.
Okay, we'll leave it with that.
We already came back, man. We
This
already know.
is a family show.
And we should.
We got.
It became a family show now.
Hey.
Okay, yeah.
See,
We'll
but
get
the
to
thing
this
is-
part.
We're there.
The thing is, I believe that you have to continue to do the same things in relationships you did to get them once you get married. Because once you get into marriage and you stop, it becomes a like your partnership now. It's just like a roommate. I know married couples that don't even sleep in the same room. I know married couples that talk to me in my barbershop that have not had sex in months. Months. This is a normal topic in the barbershop.
Remember that I Love Lucy show where they used to sleep in separate beds? I Love Lucy where they used to sleep in separate beds?
Yes.
Like, I thought that shit was
That was the crazy shit. Lucy and Ricky Ricardo always slept in separate beds.
But we have to sometimes look at what are men doing differently. Like if the man was helping initially and then suddenly like
Help
the
what?
helping with the household, helping with the
talking about
daily
sex.
things.
It's the little things that make the biggest
I got a
difference.
Women,
question for
it
that.
builds from the morning to if I am responsible for 100% of what goes on,
I got
not
a
only at my full-time job but in the house, and then I'm expected to come home and also take care of you. If you could take one thing off of my plate and make my day easier, it's gonna
What?
be
tell you something?
You
Let
know
me
that.
tell-
Okay, let me ask you this.
Now you
No,
did?
real quick.
How doing what?
How much?
Nothing.
How much of a turn on would it be if he folded clothes?
That's what I'm saying.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
see?
laundry or
It's-
something.
That's what I'm saying. But
Babe.
it's a
It's
little
a little-
thing that's just like,
It's the little things for us too.
But y'all's marriage is working. We're talking about like I've been in a relationship
listen,
that did not work.
but
and
listen,
this
but you
partner
had-
did not
You
work.
had a guy that wasn't doing those things.
Right.
Now that might be a
All of
personal
the
experience.
household
I can't speak on that.
tired
That's
at
just
the
a
end
But
of the day.
but I understand that.
That's a trash ass dude.
Yeah, but this is
Agreed,
the
he's
thing.
not around
But this is the
anymore.
thing. But a lot of women are like so used to doing everything. Sometimes they don't even ask for help. Sometimes a man will be like, "Hey, babe, you complain about all this stuff that you got to do, but sometimes you can just ask me and I can help you."
Women are very
But you're so used to
bad
being independent
communicators
that you don't even want to ask for help. Now,
You supposed to just know.
you just supposed to just hell no. If I hear that phrase one more goddamn time, oh my God, you supposed to just know. We ain't supposed to know shit. That's why we are simple and all complicated.
Yeah. It's not
Okay,
beyond war.
stop.
Motherfucker. We are
No,
silent
stop it.
hotline over here.
Now, just like Aunt does, Aunt, she washes the clothes. It's the same thing with her. She don't like folding clothes. I don't mind folding clothes. I hate washing. I hate dry. What?
I like doing the dishes.
She like doing the dishes, but she don't like to dry them off. I don't mind that. That's
All
where
it
it
is
comes in
communication.
handy.
If you understand that, that's what's the basis for a healthy relationship.
But a lot of
I'm not
men
saying no
don't
matter
think
what,
like
sure,
us.
but-
Right, a lot of men don't think like us. But therefore, I would say if you have the right type of man that you know you have, all you got to do is simply just ask. Babe, do you mind doing this? Sure, babe. Otherwise, he gonna probably sit his ass on that damn couch because he know that you sitting there, you like shit done a certain way, he ain't gonna bother your ass, all this type of shit. Just
So do
ask.
y'all think that if men do that for women, the women would be, I guess, have more sex? I guess because the guys.
I think it would
There
all
would be
depend on
more
the woman.
enthusiasm.
Like she
Maybe.
said, it would depend on the woman.
See, and all that never said yes. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah. It all
None of
depends
those
on the
men-
woman.
What I'm
It
saying
does
is,
need
I
to be
think
integrity.
I think some women would be more motivated and would offer up sex more. But then I know
I'm not
that's
turning
bad
down
wording.
sex at all.
When
That's
you
bad
think about
wording.
sex like that, offer up.
Enthusiastic,
I
you
know
know,
that's bad
Y'all don't
wording.
want to have sex like
Yes. No, we're not turning it down. I'm saying there would be enthusiasm. Like you would enjoy it more because I'm enjoying it more. So everybody benefits.
I got
Everybody
an app right now that says offer up. You got that app? Anybody hear that app?
I told you that was bad wording.
That's a bill of sale.
I had a Sir Charles moment where I used the wrong wording.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Oh, yeah, you definitely had that one for sure. Offer up.
I said it as soon as I said it.
So me and
I know I had
Megan
moments.
had talked about this before, and he explained that there are some men that do the cleaning, they do the cooking.
They do everything, like a lot.
Yeah, and the woman's.
Like I said, it still depends on the woman.
I don't know.
Like,
I can't
were
speak
they
from that
sexual before?
Yeah,
Right.
when I tell you, you wouldn't believe some of the shit. Now you're just going off of telling me.
He's a therapist because he's a barber.
They
So
have,
men
I've
talk to
seen
him.
video, text message. It's crazy.
Give
6
examples.
months without having sex.
Give examples.
This man cooks, does the cleaning. He's the one who has the kids. She works a part-time job.
I can't
Get
speak
no
from that.
sex.
Simp.
Okay, what was their life before kids? Sex all the time, or was it sporadic then?
It was still sporadic.
So then,
It was still
Maybe there's an
sporadic.
issue there.
It was
yeah.
still sporadic.
There's no negotiation. If I'm doing all that,
Then you got another situation.
But he was okay with it being sporadic and
Exactly.
You've accepted that. At this
No,
point, this is who
he said I look
you're
at it
with.
as when we spent more time, we was in separate homes. They never stayed together until they got married. So he thinking now that we're in the same household, things will change.
But that's thinking.
yeah, but
But
that's
Go
also
based on
expecting a
facts.
change.
but that's not you can't make a
Change.
fact because you never were in a same household. Like they were literally living like quote unquote you supposed to, right? No shacking up. One was in another house.
But they were
one was in
sleeping
another
together
house.
already.
No.
So they did not have sex before they got married.
Oral. This is only one person I'm talking about. This person, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take business. He know
his name. I don't even know who you
he
talking
gonna know when we talk in the barbershop. But no, they was just having oral sex. They was pastor had them not having sex before they got married. So they was doing a little oral. They just did oral sex. Well, they wasn't even supposed to do that, but they went that far. They came in the same household. He's actually a quote unquote chef, so he does all the cooking. He always has the kid. Even she's sitting at home, he has the baby at the barbershop with him because she don't want the baby there.
So there are
Right.
other issues.
But those things
Yeah.
are so common that men are not having sex. And it causes infidelity other places because men will tell you. That's the thing. Men will say it. You're going to know a man is not happy sexually. Like women hide those things. Men will say it. Don't hear it and listen. And then once the men veer off, oh, he had not shit nigga. Now, I'm saying it's okay to go and cheat, but those variables, those things happen. So I think it's something that my clients told me to ask women when we had about this topic. Is it ever that the sex is bad? What makes bad sex? We'll start with you.
No, don't start with me.
Got you. Go ahead. What makes bad sex?
I just snorted.
That was personal with you. What makes you?
That's like, you know, when you hear somebody snort, they get a lot of bad.
Man.
Oh, goodness.
Ain't nobody stretch that monkey.
No, that's the thing. I've had really great sex and I've had terrible sex. Terrible sex is usually the dudes that take it back to high school, the fast pumping don't.
Oh, they get that rapid.
Yeah, and then they're done and it's like, what about me?
Okay, does he put you in like multiple positions?
No.
It's just straight missionary.
Like nigga, you can put like a female in 20 positions in 1 minute. Kevin Hart proved it on this time.
No. Missionary to doggy. So you start missionary and then you end doggy in like 5 minutes.
So was it just the whole process didn't feel good?
Oh, it was terrible, all of it.
So it's like, okay, explain to me.
Oh, it was all terrible.
So explain to me, how does this ever just feel bad? I'm asking
How?
for a woman, we don't ever feel that. We don't know.
If you can't feel
If you can't feel it.
Oh, so he was fast pumping and he was off.
Tiny.
Oh. That would be the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So that's what I was asking.
Okay, next.
Let's try this. Have you ever had bad sex where the dude was of good size
And he doesn't know what he's doing.
he just didn't know what he was doing? Okay, let's talk about that one because that dude just had too bad.
Well,
That's what we little dick. Like, they don't work.
You can't pass from a dick. How you do that?
I think a nigga mind here like, nigga, I'm fast. Let's show you something.
can I leave now? Can I leave?
Want some juice?
She had that dude that he should just fall out. Oh my God.
Next.
You're right. Let's go next. I'm gonna let you breathe.
How many of those have you had?
No, not many.
Get hot and bothered over here.
They niggas made the clip out. Oh. Hey, that was expensive.
Mary, would you like to?
Oh, I watched his world in that little 5 minutes. However,
Well, hold
it
on.
was terrible.
What was his reaction?
Oh, he floated out of there.
And he do the beat that right there. He was getting it. Oh my God. Hold on. I got a question. So if he was that small, did he bust and fill a condom up or what happened?
It was like a little drop in the cup.
I don't remember because he got up and went to the bathroom.
Oh, he had to hurry over.
Okay, next.
She did not see none of that.
Hey, I'm a grower, not a short.
Oh my God. He's one of the second win niggas.
Hey, stop. Let's go to the marriage. Because we gonna be on her all fucking night. You gonna have to have a second.
We coming back to you.
You have a second episode.
Marriage.
I'm so sorry. One of
I
my
don't
good
remember
friends
the
had a
question.
similar experience. I know it's probably not that.
that good friend was you.
We gonna talk about
No,
you.
it was
No, we
not.
talking about you.
No, it wasn't me.
You telling me about yours.
What about your bad times?
Personally, if I'm not there mentally, like if I'm just really not into it and you're not doing anything to
Get
get
you
me
right.
there mentally. Yeah, no, I mean it's not even physical touch, it's like mentally. If I'm not there, then it's just
So
So you don't have casual
She's
sex.
mentally stimulated.
not,
You don't have
yeah,
casual
there
sex?
has to be like a
Intimate.
mental connection and like a
There has to be
All
something.
sex? Every time you had sex, it was a mental connection?
I mean, if it's gonna be enjoyable for me, yes.
So you're all about the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a man can stimulate her mentally before she even starts thinking
So
physical.
if
Yeah,
he stimulates
like-
you mentally, but he got a Shanique,
Like
you
if
know?
all you're trying to do is physical, then it's. I
So
mean,
he
it's
like
not
this,
really
but he
working out.
had you mentally there.
So you
but he
just
like
never,
this.
you just ain't never want some dick.
From the right person, yes.
What? You
But
sound like a movie. Just he wasn't right for me.
No, like, and you just sitting at home and you just like, man, I just want some dick.
well, then I'm just gonna take care of myself and go to sleep. I mean,
Yeah, it's tough.
You ain't got a black book?
what?
A black book.
Quit a whole bunch of names.
Yeah.
She was thinking about a black man. She was like, I don't know if I can do that. As soon as it happened, Black Lives Matter.
Hope Derek Chauvin goes to jail, by the way.
She was like, uncomfortable.
Okay.
She said a black book.
I didn't say that he did. He did that.
She didn't know how to
I
answer
know
that.
black books ain't used in this day and time, but you know.
Yeah,
everybody
nobody
know
black
the
book.
book.
Now we just
You got a Rolodex.
Did you
No,
have a
we
booty
just
call
have
list?
contacts.
Did you have a list of niggas that you call if you just wanted some dick?
No.
Oh no.
No.
I didn't.
I did.
I didn't have a book.
No. I
I
mean,
mean, I didn't say have a book, but I'm just saying like,
No.
did you not have niggas on
somebody's
standby?
name in my head.
Like, nigga, I want my kids.
I know a lot of women who got has like friends with benefits.
No, if this name contacts me, then okay, I'm going over there. Otherwise, no.
So you had a friend with benefits before?
Yes.
Okay. That's what
Okay.
that's all
Alright,
I'm
that's all
saying.
you
You
got.
got that slack
Whether
ability.
you called him or he called you.
It still has to be something that I mentally am going there with him. Like I still have to feel something for him. It's
So
not
you
just
gotta do
random
this
ass
casual
things.
sex. I mean, you supposed to be mentally connected to fuck.
But mentally collect me,
Yes,
she
I
like she's talking to the dude and he mentally stimulates her. So it's like they
So they vibe. Yeah,
Right,
vibe.
they're-
Yeah. Then it leads to the sex. It's like, okay, I mentally vibe with you, so yeah, I can't fuck you.
Okay.
But we talking about once we get to the fucking, the nigga mentally
I
stimulate
mean,
you.
if
but
it's
has-
him, then
but-
yeah, we're good.
But I'm saying, have you had somebody mentally stimulate you and had
Bad
over
sex.
dick?
Yeah, come perform.
No.
Okay. What about you?
She's a good picker.
She
Shanique,
I'm terrible.
take notes.
Have you ever had bad sex where you just be like, yeah, this was just not it?
I know you have. Come on, bro. Come on, give me some.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was coming. Give me. Come on, G.
What was the situation?
It was. I mean, I think it was basically because neither one. I mean,
Come on, just say it.
Break it down, break it
Say
down.
No, just
he
come
didn't know
out.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
when you don't really know what you're doing, you don't. You know
Kind of turn you off.
that, and things may not feel.
When you
as
say you didn't know what
good.
he was doing, like when his form was wrong, like what
Was it the
his-
technique?
The technique,
The lack of
strokes,
technique.
Not bothering to get to know you.
yes, or what was actually.
So you had a Shanique nigga?
You know, he was actually nice in size, but.
No, I'm not saying sound, but as far as like.
Well, being, experienced now,
There's levels
there's a
to
way
it.
You can determine that on your
that you can, there's a way that you can
I'm
move,
just saying.
you know,
my clip
the
back.
flow that makes it feel
Makes
good.
my
You
shoot
can,
no
like,
blanks.
some guy can just go in and out, in and out.
You know
It's
what
just
helps?
like,
Music. Did you put some music on?
no.
We in 91.
I'm just saying there's some simple shit that help with that.
Because it's like they say, what's the average size of a penis? Like,
6 to 7.
6 to
I said.
7.
okay, so it's not that big, but if they know
How to use
what to
it.
hit, how to use it, where to put it at, you gonna come.
Yeah.
So he didn't know really what he was doing. So it was just happens.
Now what did you help? Because sometimes niggas can come in and got a good dick game, but if you work with them, you get them to do what you like. Were you patient and help, or you fuck my guy?
Not everyone.
Women don't really hide like that. I noticed. They
They can
if
the
Like,
dude's
if you ever
worth
been a
it.
woman,
Yes, when you're open
has
to
every
it.
man had a woman that was like not really just like great at sex, but you like
Head, nigga, you gotta teach head, bro.
Yes, hair. I did not like head
Yeah.
for years.
I really don't care too much for it now. I don't mind it, but like I'm just not like give me some head. No, I like
It was one of those things that were like, if it happened.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You know,
feel
but
like
I know a lot of men. That's like they breaking points. You don't get hit, I can't do it.
Nah, me, I'm just.
I know dudes that's like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of women that's so opposed to doing it. Why is that? Start with you, brother.
Why me?
I'm just picking.
Hey, I'm just looking at her face.
She said,
Stupid, man.
You already know we already had a topic about this. Let's see if she's going to. Let's see if it goes differently this time. But let's go. Let's not go be your friend. We're gonna work on it. Give her a chance to think.
I am not opposed if that is what he likes and that makes him happy. I'm not opposed at all.
so you're okay with?
Yeah.
So baby, Gloria.
Well, I'm okay with it, but I'm not okay giving random head. Like I won't just
Random head to different people.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not.
You
No.
gotta okay.
You have to
Right.
be
But you're okay
relationship.
with head though. Then I don't care about the random. You
He just said he loves head now.
So baby.
Damn, this nigga go.
Thank you.
What was the question?
You know the damn question. I didn't get the good already.
I believe the question was why don't women like
Why
to?
they don't.
They don't
Well,
want
right,
to
well,
give.
before you answer that,
No, that's not the question. So,
first of all, you are not gonna throw that hand in my face and tell me I'm answering the question, not you.
no.
Okay, I'm gonna work your house about you answer my question. Okay. First, before you answer that particular question, do you, like we asked these other ladies here, do you like giving head or no? Come on, shit.
So remember that other episode where I refused to answer? It's gonna happen again.
Come on, no.
So the general consensus. Why?
Come on, Shanique.
I'm not doing it. No.
Come on,
No.
say it. Just come on.
We
Look
grown.
in the camera.
By not
all
answering, you
here.
already gave it.
We're here. Just say it. It's okay. Just say it. You want me to help you?
I'm gonna say
Y'all need to listen.
listen without listening
No.
to the word.
Without her even answering you. If somebody does not
I do.
answer,
She said it. She said it. She said it.
if somebody's like, if you ask that question, she means like no, then no. She's saying she's not going to answer it. So
Okay,
you got
hold on,
your
but
But I just want to hear her say it.
Because
Own it.
No, but on the real,
Run.
that is an issue in relationships and with men.
Hold on, no. If I'm in a relationship, we can talk about stuff.
No. We're talking about right now. We're just talking. We're talking about doing.
No, but I'm saying if I'm in a relationship, I will talk about stuff like that with my partner. I'm not going to just put it out there for the world to see.
It's not putting. You're an adult.
I am an adult, but I can pick and choose what I talk about on camera or not, correct?
So that's inappropriate to talk about camera on an uncut show, right?
It's what I feel comfortable talking about.
Oh, so you weak sexually? Is that what it is?
Oh, absolutely not. I handle mine. However,
True. Oh,
I'm not going to give details.
All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. You handle yours, Shanique. Okay. What do you handle? What do you handle? Come on, I was going to say,
When
come on,
I'm in
let me get
a
that lady. Come on.
relationship.
You what?
It's getting late.
Stop looking at your watch. Shh. What do you
Dude,
handle?
you get your man.
Baby, she got to be a grown woman.
Oh, I'm grown.
Okay, so grown women
Yes,
say,
grown ass
question.
I don't have to answer if I don't feel like it. And the lack of me answering should give you the answer that y'all are looking for.
No, that's what you looking for.
Back up on me. COVID.
That's what you looking for.
God damn it, bro. I thought we was going to get enough.
No.
No, we still got little girls in the room, but it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be disrespectful.
Never. That's disrespectful.
Just because I don't feel like admitting to something.
Admitting, what you mean to? You break a law? Break a rule?
No.
You do
She
something
ain't
else?
your mother is going to watch this.
My mama might watch.
Your mom got here from fucking.
I
and
was
you
brought
got
by
here
a
from fucking.
store.
Fucking and sucking.
You
Store.
here from fucking.
You know, she came in there little pile with the bird.
Brought by a stork.
Her mom explained, Mom, I was on board.
The storm.
He just popped out and it just came.
Okay, so what was the original question?
Okay, we gonna just keep.
Why
the
are
show
women
going.
opposed to?
Give me
I think it just depends on the woman.
There you go. That depends.
It does. I mean, my preference might be different from someone else's preference.
Well, women that are opposed to it,
We're-
why do you think they're just so opposed to it?
Because it is something that you have to submit yourself to. Like you're not. It can be. It is an act of submission.
So we not submitting when we get y'all head?
I mean, it is. It is.
Okay,
on
so
both
I'm
sides.
saying
what's the problem? We all submitting at the end of the day.
The question was why are women
Yeah,
opposed?
he
And
didn't.
it's
She said we
because
didn't.
No, you didn't. But I'm just saying like when, cause I haven't met. Have you met too many niggas? Like, man, I ain't even no girl no head.
Yes.
You have? I haven't met too many.
I don't meet them at this age. And like as
It's
a.
delicious to me.
Yeah.
She eats the
I
right
don't.
foods.
Yeah, I don't. Watch out.
Baby,
no men talking.
baby, keep eating what you eat, right? That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God.
she gotta come join us on the sofa.
No, she ain't gotta come join us, but you heard.
How about you go join her? You go join her.
Baby, keep eating what you eat.
Go over there. Get off.
It's fire.
Keep the show going.
Better than any cook, home cooked meal. I
Okay,
can
get
eat.
back to productive conversation. What?
That was very productive because sex is the number 2 reason that we have divorces. So it's a big problem because it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen the correct way. It doesn't be talked about, which becomes a big problem in a relationship because there's no communication. Once again, which is the number one thing. You have women that's not giving it up because of things that where it may hurt them. They have a lack of a sex drive, or what was the other one that you were talking about?
Tired, a lot of shit going around in the house, whatever.
But those things need to be talked about, and then also bad sex. Women, I know that's an ego thing with a male, but if a man's not doing it right, he would rather you telling him than you having that pillow talk with your homegirls telling you how bad he is in bed.
Yeah. And him finding about it on the street.
That's the worst thing that ever happened to you, right?
Cause I guarantee if you told a man up front, hey, it wasn't that good for me, he gonna be like, oh, for real?
He gonna figure that out.
That nigga gonna go home and he gonna get chalkboard.
Is that really gonna get to a marriage level though? Like if it's really awful and you as
Sex can always change.
It can always be improved.
That's something that you can improve.
Always.
Yeah, unless he ain't working with the tools as she has actually expressed now. Then I don't. It's things that can help that too, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's between you and him then. But if he has the tools to get the job done and he just not in the right position.
But if there's a breakdown in communication, your relationship is probably not going that far.
That was Well, go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm saying like if there's not communication, you're probably and it's really just that awful. You're probably not gonna go that far within the relationship.
Oh no, but if you know it can improve.
Mm-hmm. But that's a relationship that you're willing to invest in, also.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to.
But remember what you said with the mental stimulation?
Right.
That's where that shit is. There's plenty of times where I've been mentally stimulated by a girl. I wasn't even thinking about sex. I just enjoyed her company, our vibe, and then I said, I know our sex gonna be live because I already feel her about sex.
Because of the emotional connection. I mean,
Right.
that's a huge problem.
I feel that. That's why I wasn't knocking you on that.
I was gonna ask you.
What?
I was gonna say how much of the divorce rate is with people who weren't having sex prior to marriage.
That one I didn't see. That's actually a question. That's something that we can actually look up.
Like you can be in love with somebody, not have sex, get married, and they bad.
That's a risk.
Yeah, that is very risky. That is very risky. You know, but that's the more or less society way of thinking more than the biblical.
Especially with these born again virgins.
Yeah, it ain't such thing. It's not such thing as born again virgin. Now I had some clients that wanted me to ask this question to women because they seem to not get it when they ask friends, spouses. What is the main way that women like sex? What's the position that just women just like that's it?
I think that varies.
It was for me.
I like this question.
It's a question that a lot of men want to know because a lot of women, certain positions that they just don't like, they seem to be in general. But I'll get to that once the women answer. Well,
Can we just go ahead and say like 9 times out of 10 a man's favorite position is
dog and style?
Yes.
most.
From the bed,
Yeah.
right.
I think it's a mental thing with a man too.
I mean, just watching that ass
It's a-
clap
it's
on
a-
our stomach and yeah, like
It's a pride thing. Mud
Yeah,
all in his
mud
bad.
over here. We're gonna get in there and make them tacos, right?
What do you got? What's the position for you to just where it's like, that's it. That's the go-to.
What position you get your nut off of?
The side.
The side, like
That's still like doggy style, but just on the
this way
side.
or like on your back.
Huh?
Not the side.
Is he having sex from the side or are you laying?
Do y'all want to demonstrate?
No.
Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to demonstrate?
You willing to demonstrate a sex position, but you can't tell us you sucking dick?
Because we want to. Some
That's my
men want to
point.
try different stuff, and they want to make sure that the women.
I mean, no, but, like I'm on my side, you behind me.
So y'all are both laying on your left side.
Okay.
That's the middle of the night. I just came home thing.
Yeah.
That's the waking you up after your nap.
If it ain't from the
If
back,
I
it's
lay
the side. Yeah. That's my saying.
Oh, so pretty much you're on your back and I'm on my side. So
Well,
you said
yeah,
together.
kind of, yeah.
Okay, so I mean we intertwine like that.
Oh, that. I've done that. Yeah, we done that. Yeah, we done that. That's actually kind of fun.
I've done that.
Dick moment, when you get in the position, you like, damn, we ain't done that. Oh shit.
Thousands, you know. But real talk, I had dudes want to know because they think that they think sometimes they're being disrespectful to the woman by trying to turn them in different positions, and they like, I don't know if that's gonna kind of turn her off, if she's gonna trip, if she
Ask her.
They have asked the woman.
And what-
I mean, you don't want to just
the women
do
kind
all
of
that
blow it
during
off
sex
doing
though. Like
sex.
you like.
Yeah. And see, that's it kind of blow them off doing sex. So it's like they kind of like, man, do they really like that position or do I just need to go for it? So that's what we want to hear different ones from different women. It might be the same. It might be that go-to for each woman. You know what I'm saying?
But wouldn't it annoy y'all if a nigga during sex just kept asking
Hey,
y'all
which
y'all
way you
position?
like it?
Hey, like we over here.
Not if he
Do you mind if I
learned
put
and
you on your
used that
side? Cool.
information.
All right. Hey, do you mind if I put you on your back?
But
Cool.
see,
No,
but
just
see,
do
that's,
it. Don't
okay,
ask,
so
just do
that's
it.
the problem now. People think during sex you're not supposed to communicate. No, yes, you're supposed to learn
That's
your
the
partner.
best shit.
Me and Anthony can have sex and laugh and talk and make jokes during the whole
In the middle of
process, and then none afterwards. Like,
Yeah. Did you see coming to a make girl? Okay. We go back.
but in that meantime, if there is a position that I'm put in that I don't like or it hurts, I let him know. No, so he knows not to do that. Or if I am
Give
in
me
a
the
position,
tap out. If it's the wrong spot, that ain't it.
yeah, I'll tell like, no.
Communication.
See, like how y'all had y'all little funny moments?
Yeah,
Like,
There you want.
the dog is the dog first.
Yeah.
Come in the wrong time. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. She know what she doing because she'll turn and look. Get. And she laughs.
Oh,
But we in sync though. We
she's
still in
learning.
sync.
She's learning.
Don't break character. Don't break
No,
character.
but then she'll come in late and then just look and she like, hey, she looking right at me. Don't look at her. I'm like,
Barry, what's your go-to? Do you got a go-to position? Do you got a go-to to where you like?
I mean, for me, yeah, it's just boring as missionary, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try other stuff to keep him happy.
But missionary means that you're more into the emotional connection.
That's where I'm
that's
going to
more
finish at. Like, yeah, no, not even necessarily. I don't.
But it
I'm
makes
like,
sense
open
for
my
you,
eyes
though.
and look at him.
No, but it's that
Like,
But it makes
intimate.
sense though, because you said it's a mental thing, and that's more of an intimate position. So that makes sense. Do you have a go-to to go like if you like? I'm gonna make him come right now. We're finna pop him off. Do you got that like?
That's either gonna be me on top, or that's gonna be like the same, like she said, laying on your side and just.
Because the women are really. I've been hearing a lot from men that like they can't get their woman to get on top.
Yeah, they get
That's
tired.
fun.
Like. So
oh,
yeah,
that turn me
feedback.
on when a
You
woman
need
like roll
feedback,
me
though.
over and
Yeah.
jump on top. Bro, that get me like,
Yeah.
whoop. You can do your thing,
yeah,
bro.
because I mean, do you have a go-to situation where you just say, hey, this is what I know, I'm gonna hold it down.
Come on, Shani, you can do it.
Backwards cowgirl.
Backwards cow. Whoa, we got a whole name.
Reverse cowgirl.
I'm gonna take a shot for her.
Oh, reverse.
Reverse cowgirl is what it's called. That's my girl. We're making progress.
God.
We're gonna get that dick sucking out of you. This is great. We're making progress. This is progress.
As a male, do you have your what's your thing? What's you like?
My go-to when the nut doggy style. Yeah.
See,
Go-to nut side or doggy style, but the ass gotta be clapped on me. You know what I mean?
I'm more of a I like the side, but I'm more like I like that leg to be cocked.
I like the leg kind of up a little
I like
bit.
the leg on my shoulder.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah,
I like that too.
Cause then you can go. You
You know what I'm saying? Then when she said y'all doing like this little
Are you
thing,
okay?
I like that too.
Because him doing all this, I don't know if you're safe.
But you know, let's go ahead and get some free game for some of the dudes that don't know.
I mean, we got women here, so we need.
I'm sorry. You can go and research.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot you cannot go and research because.
But talk to your boys.
It is a feeling.
No,
that
but you
women,
can't talk to your boys about. Ed can't talk to his niggas about Gloria.
Yes, he can.
No, actually, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be real. Yes, I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
why.
all
I'm
right.
tell you why because that is a ice-breaking thing that we don't talk about as men. Is we don't get it out. We have so much knowledge, and women have so much knowledge of things that they can help each other with. Don't withhold it. Don't hold it in. So I tell my dad, look, this is what I do. Try this. Because dudes is having those problems at home, feeling like, oh, I can't please my woman. You know how bad it is to go home as a male every night, having sex with your woman and going to sleep like, dang, I did not please her. That fucks with a guy's head. So it's like, let me try this or try that. Because a lot of men, especially when we were younger, we was going in. You wasn't really trying. I know so many dudes is like, I got mine. That was the worst mentality I ever had. Yeah. Because if you give it to the woman the correct way and she's enjoying it, if you want to be a player, you still can do it because what's she going to do? Talk about how good it is, what he's doing, and it's going to come a full circle back to you. So if you want to be a player, you can still do it. If you don't want to be a player and make her feel good, you can still do it. The right way is still trying to please the woman.
And I say, hey, it's like a job. Like if you leave a job, which is the job of being the girl,
right?
You're single again. That mouthpiece is great for recommendations for other people to come.
Boy, that's that
recommendations.
Yes.
So I heard you're single now.
Right.
I surely am. I heard that you are. I surely do.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you? I surely can.
You let them know off top what I can do. But men gotta understand too. You gotta feel things, and you have to pay attention to a woman. A woman will tell you where that spot is. Without you saying it. You hit the right spot, the mouth gonna go open and she gonna hit with one of the she already knew. She's like, oh my God, he just told my secret. You know what I'm saying? They gonna let you know one way or another. You know. But if you're not paying attention and you just trying to get it for yourself.
I look for the grabbing of the pillow and shit.
Cause
like
dudes
doing that, grabbing the sheets.
Why do dudes think just because you hit it hard that you did a good job? Oh nigga, I beat it up. That shit hurt. Women don't want to be in pain.
Nah.
No, a woman want to feel good. They want to feel like.
Because if I don't recognize, if she's moaning and shit, and it don't sound like a joyful moan.
Joyful.
A joyful.
What does a joyful moan sound like?
Oh shit.
That's joyful. You gotta go higher.
I can't go that high though.
I don't want to sound like a cow.
You doing that
shit? I'm joking. I mean, I can't expect you.
That didn't even look joyful.
I know. That's what Kevin did. Kevin did.
Yeah. If a woman doing that, I'ma stop.
But I mean, like you just know when you hear it. But like, if I feel in the midst of sex, like if I feel like she's not enjoying it, I will ask, like, "Am I hurting you?" And she's like, "No, keep going." Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, but you're supposed to do that. And a lot of men that I'm having these conversations with are not. Like
that's their fault though.
Yeah. Nah, niggas are too prideful, but nigga gotta ask questions.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
don't think that you just out here
you ladies to
beating
give
up
some
the dust
advice.
cold.
The same thing we're doing with men. It's like y'all gotta understand that you just can't jump in and doing this and then a woman bleeding is not good, fellas. Okay.
Not at all.
Woman
she's
like,
about.
Yeah.
What if she like on the verge of her period start?
Sometimes
niggas will fuck
and
start the fucking cycle.
Bleed. That is not a good sign.
She's like, I'm bleeding. Oh shit.
Yeah, you got the
dominatrix
chicks. You got one like if it ain't that, They ain't liking pain like that.
What?
Yeah, the
Dominatrix, S&M
Well,
type
I
stuff.
know dominatrix, but I didn't know they like to bleed.
It's the torture.
Pain.
Oh, okay.
They like pain,
That
bro.
shit scared the fuck out of me.
So, you know,
Man,
I
you better
don't.
fucking girl.
We don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? But
No.
women also know that the men have things as well. Like it's certain things that you can do to a male that have him going insane. But some men are kind of too prideful to tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't.
So tell the people, what are those things for a man?
For me, yeah, for me.
So why can't I give that answer
Damn it, I knew
when it comes to women?
For
It
me,
depends on the women, just like it depends on the man.
You got some in general stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so like what?
The head is very
Yeah,
sensitive.
that double twisty.
Yeah. It's right up under the, you know, right in the head. You hit that one
When a
time.
girl just slurped the tip of the dick.
Yes, what you and that bitch like,
Shit, they like,
you know, yeah, it's like it automatically turns a dude into a bitch. You and that bitch like,
There's no being a man that way.
all the masculinity is out the window.
And we tell y'all, you better not tell nobody.
Yeah. That's what you get with. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. You see Boomerang? Don't touch me. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But it's like a woman. It's like y'all don't understand that if you get a dude like that, he's willing to talk to you more about it because he want to feel that feeling again. Because he's like, okay, she putting it down. So like, if she open in sex, he feels more comfortable talking to her about sex.
Mm-hmm.
See, when that woman is so bougie and like, I don't like this, I don't want this, a dude's not gonna open up. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah.
But if a woman opens up, because women control the sex,
Mm-hmm.
men control the relationships. So when you guys are open about sex, men will open up to you as well. But if it's that closed missionary all the time, don't say nothing. Some women try not to moan because they think they sound dumb. Yeah,
Don't y'all hate when y'all know niggas moves off top before he even put you in the mood?
Yeah,
Like,
I
you
knew
know
that. I knew it.
Yeah. Oh, you about to put me on the back? Same thing that you did last night. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You about to come? Yeah. Okay. I knew it. I know my baby. Like you don't wanna. A nigga don't wanna know that you know his fucking shit. Like if you know my playbook, my nigga, I'm like, bro, you're not supposed to know the play.
You want to do the Philadelphia fake out sometimes.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Famaruski, something.
She
like,
started to turn over. You can do that.
yeah. She like, we want you to be surprised sometimes. Like, oh my god, he ain't never done that shit. Like
That's the best. It's like when y'all express it, when you do something good and she look at you like, nigga, you're an animal. You know what I'm saying? She hit you that look that, oh my.
Oh, my favorite thing is like if you hitting it from the back and she turn around and look at you while you hitting it from the back.
You know you doing it.
You know you doing your thing. I'm like,
nigga, what?
Yep.
What was that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all got real excited. Okay, next topic.
That was some exciting shit.
You
No.
need to know these things.
Oh, I
Arch
do.
that back. Look
I
up.
do.
You do. So you handle that business.
That's what I said.
Okay. So make sure you handle.
But women are really forgiving. Like if there's an emotional aspect to it.
Forgiving in sex, a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
Y'all not
Yes,
forgiving at
for
all.
a man
We
that
already
you
had to
really
talk
care
about this.
Yes.
Y'all are not forgiving.
Well, yeah, for someone that you care
Yeah.
about.
Somebody you care about.
You
But
better
like,
explain
if we
everything
talk about a
before you
nigga that
start
you
that.
having sex with for the first time and he trash as hell. No,
You
y'all
ain't
not
forgiving.
forgiving. It ain't no, oh, he just had a bad night.
Yeah,
No, y'all are.
Girl,
This
he
nigga
that
is
shit
trash as hell.
Right.
Girl, he bumped my,
It
he
depends on
headbutted
how
me.
into him you are.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how into him you are.
We have more pressure on us when it comes to sex.
Probably true.
Because women,
But you feel that way. Like we don't necessarily put that pressure.
like women don't understand that like that pressure that is put on the man from having sex and making something happen. Like it don't always happen, and because it's not necessarily that he don't got the tools. Like you said, it could have been mentally, it could have been something end up hurting, shut your body down. Like it's a lot of pressure. 9 times out of 10, the man's gonna be pleased because there's only so much you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have different things that have to hit, move, touch. Man got one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. No matter what position you in, it does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot more pressure for us. So we would love for women to be vocal, and if they're not doing something right, tell them. It's not embarrassing to
Can
her.
I just say, like, you know, like when you said the pressure, like for me, especially if I'm having sex with a girl for the first time, I treat it like an NBA entrance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now, like, nigga, I'm about to play a game. Nigga, I gotta get a triple double. Nigga, I'm in game 7 of the finals. Yes, nigga, because like I said, that word of mouth, it goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta make sure I'm on my A
You want to
game.
put it down if it's the first time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say when you say pressure, I feel that shit, bro, because I'm coming in like LeBron James, like shit, jumping it.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? Throwing powder in the air, I'm ready to go.
And because you got to think about it, I'm going to give a prime example real quick, Miss Nicole. When you were talking, you were talking about it earlier, that you had a bad experience, right? That was your first time with the guy, and you had a bad experience. And what now we're sitting on the show talking about it because it was trash. That's what's like the pressure of a man. You don't perform right, that's it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
We never looking at the woman like a lot of women ain't just out here getting criticized for their sex game.
no.
Unless they just do some crazy shit.
Because a
You know what I'm saying?
woman
Like-
going to do and be able to get you off so many different ways, and it's going to be the same thing that's going to happen. But if you don't perform the first time right with a woman, that may not be a second time.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much she think you look good, if that's terrible, a woman be like, I ain't gonna.
Because how many times you seen a nigga that look really good, but you like, damn, that nigga sex game is trash.
Yes,
And
yeah,
I know
yeah.
they're out
Okay,
there.
that's happened.
So like,
Yeah, I mean,
you're like, damn, he's so fine, but he can't fuck with shit.
yeah, and then some women are like, I ain't willing to teach him that.
Yeah.
He should know that.
And then I guess, and don't y'all's whole image of him change as
Yes.
well?
It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like when
why-
you talk to him and he turns out to be a total asshole and you thought he was, you know, something different, but you really get to know him and he's just a jerk. Same
Yeah.
thing. Like, it doesn't matter what he looks like at that point. You're like, just don't like him.
Yeah. So like, sex plays a big. That's the whole point of this. Sex plays a big part.
Big part.
So
And it's something that I think needs to always be talked about. And we're gonna have a couple different segments that pretty much pinpoint some different things sexually.
one of these days, Shanique, we gonna get
This
you.
one, this one was more or less for the audience. Honestly, it's just a breaking point. Just get some of the vulgar things, crazy. Just get it out there and talk about it. To get a comfort zone. But we're gonna get into like some really in-depth things with sex that like people really do not know as far as how the body works. I know a guy that's actually a specialist in this, and I didn't even know they existed until I met this guy. He's like a hitch for sex.
Oh damn, he that cold?
Ridiculous.
Nigga, wait.
Ridiculous.
Hey, Hitch. Hey, you seen Hitch?
It
Nigga was cold.
He's ridiculous, and the thing is, it's a lot what you're talking about too. It's a lot of mental things that's involved in that, so that plays a big part. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that more often, and we're gonna. I appreciate you women coming on and speaking freely about it. Some of y'all. We're gonna get to you later on another day. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go ahead and close this out. Men, if you want to stay afloat, learn how to stroke. I'll be damned with you.